And we're live. Holy smokes. There we go. We're good. Hello, I'm Steve. Welcome to another Mac84 live stream. And some of you probably were just watching Bruce's live stream from Brankus Creations. And he did a great live stream of recapping, I believe it was a Macintosh 2 VX. And then he was recapping a Macintosh SE30. And while we won't necessarily be recapping anything today, I want to be testing out some new stuff that I got. There's some new cables I got, some new tools that I got, and a new camera mount thing that I got. So we're just going to have fun. It's very late here. It's about 1 a.m. Over here in the good old state of New Jersey. But I took a bit of a nap earlier, so... I'm wide awake, so I hope you guys are good. I know some of you are probably up late, but it's a Friday night, at least here. So Saturday morning, you don't have to get up for work, hopefully, or anything like that. We'll be good, right? So, hello Matt, hello Jay, hello Captain 318. If the scroll wheel on my Mighty Mouse here worked, I'd be able to open up the chat further. So let me pop that out into a separate window here. And, oh, we already got a like on the video. How nice of that. And Abandoned. Hello, Abandoned. Nice to see you here. Got a bunch of new subscribers, email notifications at least, in the past few days. So, nice to see everybody here. So, JDW is here. Hello, JDW. Everyone, click on JDW's username right now. Go to his channel. Click subscribe. He has excellent videos. He just did one about fans in compact Macs. So if you have a Mac like this is a Mac Classic 2. Well, not necessarily this one. There's no vent holes in the back like there is on the SE30 series. But definitely take a look at his video there. It's quite a long one, but it's very detailed and very informative. So there you go. You're very welcome, sir. Very welcome. So. Yeah, so today we're just going to be taking a look at some things. So for those new to the channel, I do a lot of scripted videos, but recently I've caught the recapping bug from Bruce of Brankus Creations. And yeah, so I've been recapping a lot of my Macs because I have quite a lot of vintage Macintoshes in my collection. And unfortunately, those capacitors like to leak and they like to destroy your computers. So I've been taking logic boards. This is... Let me reach over off camera and grab one. This is one that's unfortunately in pretty bad shape and may not be able to be saved. But, you know, taking boards like this, taking all the caps off and recapping them, doing as best a job I can. Bruce has taught me a lot, and I owe a lot of what I know from Jay and Bruce of teaching me how to properly handle the capacitors here. So a lot of these machines, like the LC series I've done a Macintosh 2. I've attempted a Macintosh 2CX, Macintosh 2CI. The Quadra 610 was recent. I had to actually recap that. It still has the barrel caps I put on there last year. But you know what? It worked. So we'll get to that. Bunch of comments here. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Yes, please sub to JDW. Awesome channel there. You're up to around 4 a.m. You'll be here all night. Great. Maybe I'll fall asleep, but we'll have people watching me sleep. You don't have a lot of vintage Macs. You have all the vintage Macs. I do have a good amount. I'm missing the Macintosh Portable. It's probably easier to say what I don't have. I'm missing the Macintosh Portable. I don't have the 2VX, but I have the 2. I have the 2CX. I have the 2CI. I have the 2SI. There's a few of the Performa series with all the different numbers that I obviously I'm not insane enough to have all of them. But a good amount. So. I only trade subs these days. I got an Italian sub. You want that pastrami? Then maybe we can make a little change here. See, it's a little late. I'm doing weird voices. But anyway, so let's get to looking at some of the things. So I got, a few days ago, some stuff off Amazon. And I've been meaning to get some tools and stuff for my channel for a while now. And this isn't anything fancy. This is about a $17 ARM thing. It's meant to hold a phone or a camera. And so it is just about 1 a.m. here, for those of you asking. And so I got this for two purposes. I want to maybe put my webcam on the arm. And I am also curious if it would hold my little microscope here. Now, this thing is probably not worth the materials it's made out of. It's not anything near the quality of an actual microscope. This is a webcam with some plastic on it. That's really all it is. But you know what? It's better than nothing, maybe. And The problem with it though is this little stand. It's on this plastic stand here, and it's very limited as far as where I could place it and how it could be adjusted and all this good stuff. So unfortunately, when I place this on a board, it likes to tip over, it likes to move. It's a manual focus thing, so it's quite annoying there. So yeah, it's a bit annoying to deal with. So I'm hopeful that maybe I could rig it up with one of these things. So even if it's not necessarily this one, if I buy another one of these that clamps to the side of the desk, this is weighted by itself. Maybe I get more articulation with how I want to place it. So if I'm working on a board, I could put it over here, this and that, and stuff like that. I do have another camera, the one that's from the ceiling here. In fact, we will switch to that to show you how messy things are around here. So this is the other camera that I do have set up. Hey Bruce, welcome to the party, pal. And so yeah, the hope with this little arm thing is to try and you know, just have another view here. Maybe we could get something that looks a bit better when we're using this microscope or we're using this camera. So I hope you're now relaxed, Bruce. You don't have to entertain anymore. You just relax and watch and laugh. At my expense, of course. But thank you very much, Bruce, for all the appreciation of my channel, my content. I was just telling everyone to subscribe to your channel as well. So it's very nice that we're all patting each other on our backs here. So we'll see how far I can stay awake. So besides that little stand, which we'll be looking at in 1 second, I just want to show everyone some little things. They're nothing expensive, just little parts that, you know, come here and there. First off, Bruce, this one's for you. This is the flux. So, flux. So we got some good flux here. This is the flux that Bruce recommended to me. This is the Amtech NC559 V2TF. And that's 30 cc's. And this is quite bigger than what the picture looked like. I thought it was going to be this little tube type thing. But oh boy, this should last me a while, I hope. So I'm not going to mess with that right now. We're not recapping anything at the moment. But that came quicker than expected. It was supposed to come like early March. And it just decided. So, yeah. Yes, 30 cc's. That link may have been Steve anyway. What happened? Oh, okay. But, yeah, so that's important. We'll be using that later. This is just a simple power supply, but I needed a very specific power supply. So, Jay was kind enough and sent me a video scaler that he was able to salvage from something. He wanted basically a mini rack mount type thing for servers and equipment, and it came with a video scaler built in. He didn't really want that. He didn't really need it. So you know, I got it off of him. He was nice to send it my way. Sorry, I made $1 off Amazon affiliate link. It may have been me, but in all honesty, Jay, sometimes I'm so lazy from the phone. I don't like checking out on Amazon or eBay on my phone. I usually do it on the desktop, and I'll manually do like a search for an item. But I apologize. If you do have an affiliated link, give it to me. I will use that in the future. I always try and do that when I'm conscious of that, but I was not conscious of that. So my apologies. I'm sure I'll order more in the future. But so this power adapter is needed because if I show you, let me just move over here for a second and grab this power adapter here. So this is a power adapter that came with a video scaler, and I'll explain why I'm using the video scaler in a second. But this is a 5-volt power adapter, and as you could tell by the electrical tape, rather the yellow duct tape around it, something's a bit dodgy in here. And what's happening is, unfortunately, when you plug it in, there's a nice crackling noise. And I thought, oh, maybe it's a bad capacitor. So I took it apart, and I couldn't figure out what was wrong with it. It was just making some nasty noises. And, of course, where this plugs into an outlet, you don't really want to have this removed and get too close to it and probe around with it when it's plugged into power. That's a big no-no. So you know what? I'm like, well, this isn't anything special. It's a 5 volts, 3 amp. A lot of the adapters I have are only 2 amp. So I ordered a 5 volt, 3 amp. I actually ordered 2 of them because I have 2 of the scalers from Jay. So maybe I'd get both of them working if I needed to. Sorry, just reading up on the comments here. I will not fry any Macs, promise. Yeah, so no, this didn't have the tape on it when Jay sent it to me. He sent it to me intact, but when I plugged it in, it was making all sorts of crackly noises, and it either crackles or it whines or a little bit of both, and it's just loud enough that you will hear it if I try to do a live stream with it. And of course, the purpose of this scaler, at least what I'm using it for, it can do a lot of other things. I'm just actually now checking to see if the barrel is the same size, and it looks like... Ooh, I hope that would fit. It looks like it may be okay. If not, I could chop one off and solder one onto the other. Maybe we'll do that tonight. Who knows? The whole purpose of this scaler is a convoluted way to capture video output from a Mac, or any computer for that matter. So, I always wanted... yes, hi Sierra. I'm not going to upgrade anything else because I like my 32-bit apps and Mojave doesn't like my video card. So, screw you, Mojave. Hey Dana. Welcome to the party, fat pal. Nice of you to join me. So, the whole purpose of why I use a video scaler is to capture video from a Mac. I would love to show off exactly what I have on the Mac. And JDW, if you agree with me on High Sierra, you probably would enjoy our Mac Yak podcast. That's every Thursdays at 8 p.m. Eastern. Jay, if you want to put a link into our channel there. We are pretty much all classic Mac Pro Mac heads and have a disdain for the newer Mac OSs. But anyway, I'm getting off point here. But yeah, so I have a 2009 Mac Pro that's doing this stream here. Not a crazy machine or anything, but it's a little bit better than my 2008. But so let me get back to the scaler. I keep going off topic here. So the whole purpose of the scaler is Netscape. Oh, I'm gonna go on a rant about Netscape. I love it. So the whole purpose of the scaler is to capture video output from a Macintosh. I've seen a lot of people on Instagram and YouTube do it, and it's like, oh, I want to do that. It's so crisp. The image is beautiful. The trick is that a lot of the HDMI capture cards you get, especially the ones intended for video game streaming and stuff like that, are only designed to accept television signals. 1080p, 720p, maybe 480p, 480i. That's about it. It doesn't know what to do with 640 by 480 or 800 by 600 at 67 hertz and all this stuff. It has no idea what to do with that. So I ended up paying $100 and something for a DVI capture card for a PC. While it works, the software that is required for it is not compatible with OBS. So I can't really stream from it. I can if I capture a window of it, and then there's input lag and stuff. So that's on the PC side too. And I was like, you know what, I really don't want to deal with that. So what I ended up doing is getting one of those little Elgato 60 capture boxes, a little USB 2.0 thing. I got it for about $40 or $50 used, which isn't bad at all. Problem is, it only accepts television signals. That's what it was designed for. So 720p, 1080p, etc. Now, some people have had success, and I've had maybe some success using a 640 by 480 resolution because some of those boxes will accept 640 by 480 if the hertz is low enough. And I spent probably 3 to 4 hours using a CRT monitor, setting it to 60 hertz, and using a VGA splitter because the capture box with the VGA to HDMI adapter was only, syncing with what the monitor's hertz was. And so if the monitor was 67 hertz, the capture card didn't like that. And all this stuff, I spent hours messing with it. It was a PC software. It was one of those hodgepodge or hop-and-podge or however you say it, capture boxes. And the box works great, but it just did not like what I was doing. So the whole purpose of this scaler, hello Dana, the whole purpose of this scaler is it does a great deal of magic. So it has a bunch of inputs. It has composite, S-video, and component inputs. It also has VGA inputs. So what I do is I convert DB15 to VGA. That goes in as an input. Then this scaler has an HDMI out. So what that does is it scales my 640 by 480 or 800 by 600. It scales that image to a nice crisp 1080p or 720p signal or whatever I need. And then what it'll do is it'll output that in something that my capture card will accept, which is great because I don't have to worry about resolutions or hertz or anything like that. The capture card is just happy to accept whatever the scaler spits out because as far as the capture card is concerned, the scaler is sending out a TV signal. So it's not perfect. It's a little crazy. I'm just not going to spend the $300 on one of those, or $350, $400 on one of those StarTech USB 3.0 VGA or DVI capture boxes. I don't have the budget to do that. And yeah, it's a bit convoluted to set up, but you know what? This will work for me. The One caveat with that is, although the capture box I have has a HDMI output, um, it's a little hard, especially with the two screens I have here. These are both DVI. Yes, I could use an adapter. It's a little difficult when you're exporting something, streaming something rather. You want to see what you're doing, because sometimes I'll use a laptop, so I'm using the built-in screen, and then the output is just mirrored. But I maybe can get around that with having, let's say, a blue and white G3 and two video cards and have them mirror each other. So one VGA output will be here and one will be captured. Bunch of comments. Oh my goodness. Hey David, everyone's up late today. Holy crap. Does anyone really care if it's late? It's Mac84, don't complain. That's very kind of you, Abandoned. Let's see. Have you figured out what the network box, one of the scalers, is for? So I believe the network box is just for configuring the capture buttons. So the capture box has tons of options for scaling and color space and all this fancy stuff that I probably don't even need to touch. The capture box also has a bunch of switches on it. Now I'd show you, but the Laserdisc player here, that is this huge box on my desk, and there's all these little trinkets here, is hiding the capture box from here. But I'll bring one out in a second and show it to you. Apple II forever, yes! Apple II forever. Yeah, so the capture box is really neat, and so this power supply is hopefully going to power it, and we're actually going to test that. I'll put a Mac on here and we'll test that, because I want to do some cool stuff. I have a drawing tablet, want to do something fun. It's 3:07 p.m. there in Japan. Very nice, very nice. So I cannot say konbanwa to you because it's not late enough, but konnichiwa. So there you go. Very nice. So yeah, so we're gonna play around with a few things here. And keep the questions coming. It'll keep me awake. Maybe I'll keep you awake. And we're just going to have a good old geeky time here. So what I'm going to do first is, don't know if I want to mess around with this stand right now. Well, let's put it up to a vote. Who wants to see me mess around with this stand first and put it together? Or who wants me to play around with the scaler first? We'll leave it up to you guys. You could choose your own adventure, as it were. And yes, it's a little bit cold here, so I do have a little hoodie on here, and I do have a very nice pin. This fastest PowerPC processor pin, which I made. I made this from a graphic that Apple used to put on a sticker of their boxes. This is a little nice pin that I have up. I don't have them for sale yet. I have a bunch of them. I have to figure out how to, move them. I was thinking maybe when I go to vintage computer events or whatever. But if you're interested in this button or a Mac84 button, which I should have one here, but I gave it to someone on the street the other day, if you're interested in them, let me know. We could work something out. The postage hopefully isn't terrible. Okay, so I see one vote for the stand, one vote for the scaler. Another vote for the scaler. So we get a few more votes in here, maybe. Yeah, this is just like, it's in parts, so I really don't know what's required here. The English on here is always enjoyable. Suitable for computer recording production, network K songs, network chat, recording studios, radio control room, its chamber, and other occasions. Its chamber? What is this business? Oh, this is fantastic. The stent design, freedom to change direction. Oh boy. So it looks like people are voting for the scaler first. So we may do that if that's okay with everyone. The video scaler, I can't show too much of it on camera. Well, let me clear away some of the junk here, and then we'll take a look. At least you can see the front of it. Hopefully the power supply works, because otherwise this will be a real short review of the scanner. So I have all these little bins here. These are all filled with dead PRAM batteries. Let's do make a necklace out of these things. That's I think what I said to Bruce in the stream earlier. Let's take a look at these just because they're in here and we're a bit nutty already. Look at these beautiful PRAM batteries. These are older than I am, some of them. I have two of these taken out of a Macintosh 2. So this is a a Verada brand. Some of them have expiration dates on them, which is nice. October 1987. I think that's going to win as the oldest one. Yes, we have a beautiful Maxell here, which hasn't exploded yet. I do have an exploded one, which I have to point out. These I'm not using, of course. I'm not putting them in any machines. Do not worry. I just popped them out of a machine, put them in the bin. That's as simple as that. This one actually has a date of 1999 on it, so that's a later one, unless I'm reading that incorrectly. This has... It's hard to tell the year on. This one's 1999 as well. So I think this is a good until 99. I think this one actually worked in a blue and white G3. Yes, I wasn't around in '84 either. The number of my stream is purely for the Macintosh, not exactly my birth year. A little tip. This one expired in, or is good until, it's either an expiration date or a manufacturing date. But this one says 1993 on it. So, yeah, so we have a variety of batteries. Oh, there's one more duplicate blue one in here. Let's see what that is. And that's 1992 on it. So, there you go. I was negative 17 in 1994. Yes. Okay, so yeah, let's clear off some of the stuff here. This I just as you could see from when I go to the top camera here, there's a bunch of crap in this area. It's just I do a lot of the streaming and soldering here, and then everything gets pushed to the side when I'm not working on it. So we have a bunch of garbage here. We have a trackball mouse I was messing around with the other day. We have a cup of parts and screws. Very disorganized. I have to clean this up. But instead of cleaning, I stream, so that's kind of weird. But yeah, let's just clean this up just enough so I can show you the scaler here. Oh, here's my hand drill. That will come in handy. Probably the same one Bruce had. Let me put that in a drawer so I don't lose it. For when I need to drill through some of those surface mount holes on the board. Hopefully that won't be there. But yes, we're getting a fresh angle here. Keep you guys awake. I have a bunch of remote controls. This is for a Zenith talking VCR. I did a live stream about that a little while ago. This is a beautiful remote for a Pioneer Laserdisc player. I love the jog wheel on this one. If I have a desk cleaning party, you'll be here all day. Not that that is necessarily a bad thing. This is just the random crap that's on my desk. We have a HDMI 2-to-1 switcher. We have a beautiful Sony Mavica that I'm not going to lift up because it probably has a bunch of stuff attached to it. We have a little keyspan remote along with its little USB receiver. I used to use this on my iBook. You could change tunes, and it has a little holder there. Just a USB-B port on the back, but I like this little remote. I used to find this and lose this all the time. Now they're both together. So we'll play around with that at one point in time. Still works great. I tested on an iMac G3 not long ago. It's great because I had the iMac G3 with those beautiful Harman Kardon speakers, pumping out some great tunes. I just used the remote to switch things. Got a little SCSI cable here and got some electrical tape. So the reason I'm doing that is I wanted to show you the scaler. So yes, I did clean my desk not too long ago, and now there's stuff all over it. But I can make a desk messy like no one's business. No one's business. I would listen to EP albums on floppies. I would stream with some music too if there wasn't copyright strikes galore. But alright, so let's take a look at this. First off, we do have a grounding strap there. There's a bunch of crap here, as I said. My old multimeter here. Oh, these are good. These are very long tooltip extensions. Probably good for opening a Macintosh, one of the compact Macs. But anyway, we have a beautiful Laserdisc player here. This is a Pioneer industrial one. This is the LDV4400. And as you can see, the sticker says it works. Funny story about this, if the camera will focus, maybe. Yep, there we go. So this I got at Goodwill. The price tag says $24.99. Well, when the woman was, taking all the stuff and scanning the prices and everything, she read this as $4.99, and I was happy to get it at $4.99. It works great. This thing is a beast of a player. It can actually read barcodes, and I do have an attachment for it. And this actually has a data port on it, which can play my Apple Video Voyager Laserdisc, and we'll be controlling that through a Macintosh at one point in time. But yes, so right above that is this scaler I was talking about. So this is an Atlona 10-bit input professional video scaler, and the model number of that is Atline Pro 4. And so we have a bunch of buttons and inputs on this and such. So I'm going to plug this in, see if it powers up, and then we'll go from there. So I just wanted to show you what we're going to be playing around with before I just randomly talk about it. And got a lot of chats. Oh my goodness. Let's follow up on this here. Let's see. Who lives in a messy desk inside a stream? Mac84. Who's gonna get sued for copyright infringement? Mac84. Who's gonna be sued by Viacom? Mac84. Who's going nuts at 1:16 a.m.? Mac84. We just see the viewers just drop. Everyone disconnects from the stream. Oh, lovely. We went down from 18 viewers to 17. That one guy's like, nah, man, I'm not into this. I'm out of here. Oh, boy. We have fun here. We have fun. So, beautiful is not exactly the term I don't think I would have for it, but nah, we're having fun. We're good. We're good. This is with no Go Fast juice. How about that? All right, so I'm not going to plug in the old plug. I don't want to break anything here. I'm just going to double check the polarity. So we have positive center pin here, so that's good. 5 volt DC and 3 amp. So this should plug in. Oh yes, it would be very nice if you would give me a thumbs up if you like the sort of insanity going on around here. That would be very nice. I'll give you a thumbs up because you're a lovely audience. How about that? I'm not pandering for likes, I swear. Alright, so this actually, the cord for the original stream scaler is about the same length. But what's interesting is the one for the scaler has sort of this professional industrial screw-on tip here. So you can make sure it's actually plugging into that scaler. And yeah, so there you go. So, yeah, that's really neat. Yes, it would be nice to play some albums, JDW. I'd love to have some music in the background while I'm streaming for 8 hours. That would be very nice, but, yes. Do I have to bribe you again, Dana, and send you some more pins? I mean, has the bribe worn off already? Do I really have to win you over again? Alright, so I'm going to plug this power cable into the back of the scaler. I'm going to do my best to just feel around and find the power port there. And it actually fits in. I don't know if it's making a full connection to power it, but I'm going to plug it in here. And if it powers on, it powers on. It should be all that we need here. Let me make some room here. We have this beautiful little Asante Talk adapter, which was featured in my iMac video here. Oh, jeez. Exactly one lime iBook. Too rich for my blood. Especially at the prices they're going on eBay these days. Okay, I did have an extension cord here. Because I don't think this cable is long enough to reach, unfortunately, to the power strip that's on the floor. I could play, like, the YouTube library music. That would work, possibly. But I'd have to figure out a way to get that sorted. I'm just looking for an extension cord here, because as I was saying, this power adapter may not be long enough to fit. I do have a power strip behind the monitor, but it's all filled up with lovely goodies. So yeah, let me just take a look around here. I was using a brown extension cable for a second. Let's see. Where could it have gone? Plenty of other cables around here. ADB cables, serial cables, Ethernet cables, SCSI cables, local talk cables. Tons of goodies, but yeah, we don't have We don't have any power extension cables. How does that happen? That's a bit frustrating. We'll figure something out. If I am anything, I am relentless to a fault. So let's see. Is there any way we have a cord that's hiding behind here? No. I do not see a cord hiding behind there. Let me just walk away for 1 second. I promise I won't be long. Let me just see if there's one on the other side of the room here. Okay, I have found one. Here we go. Oh boy. Okay, yeah, let's just catch up on these. Oh boy. YouTube audio library, yep. Never cared for the clamshells, though if I had an iMac I'd go with them. Well, I love the clamshells. You ever figure out where this dual 2.6 G5 came from? I wish there was a Sage clamshell. Yeah, it would have been nice to see different colors of them. Let's see. I need a hamster. I do have bunny rabbits, but they are a bit skittish, and I don't think they would appreciate me picking them up on the table. They'd probably chew all the wires and then poop everywhere. Yes, go eat, Jay. Don't worry. You need fuel. Or a squirrel. Good morning, Philip. Okay, so we do have a proper extension cable here, so I'm going to plug it into the bottom power strip below my desk here. And I'm going to plug this power cord in, and hopefully this thing doesn't blow up. I mean, this power cord cost all of $6 from eBay. And let's see. So I plugged it in there. Oh, the power light blinked for a second. Okay, yeah, it seems to be powered. Okay, hey, we're good. I didn't have to solder the connector on or anything. I'm not hearing any whining from the power cord, which is a good plus. Okay, so that's excellent. It is not 10 a.m. for me, unfortunately. Yeah, the second revision colors, well, not the second, the the second to last revision of the iMacs, the Snow, the Graphite, the Ruby, the Indigo, the Sage, those were always nice. I only have an Indigo and a Graphite. I have a part of a case for a Snow. I don't have the Flower Power or the Dalmatian. I do have the original colored iMacs. I have a Grape. I have a Bond Eye Blue. I have a Lime, a Tangerine, a Strawberry. I do have a Blueberry, but it's a slot load model. It's not the original tray loader. The only tray loader I have is the Bondi Blue one. All right, Matt, see you later. Get some sleep. Okay, so the scaler is on. What I have to do now is show you what this thing could do. Now, you just have to excuse me for a second. I have to get all the plugs for this thing because the scaler requires my video adapter here. I didn't really prepare to do this stream. I was watching Bruce's stream and then got all excited and said, oh, let's do a stream. So I do have some plugs and things I just have to gather. But if you guys have any questions about my channel or my collection or just anything at all you'd like my opinion on, or, what color iMac is the best, we'll get into all sorts of debates here. I'm just checking. Sometimes I throw wires behind my screen here as I'm streaming. I just want to get all the little adapters into play so we could play around with this scaler and give you guys a good demo of what can actually be done with it, because I think it's a pretty cool little device here. so I just need to find my capture box here. Oop, I'm sorry, I keep hitting the tripod there. But yes, fill in your questions while I just poke around here and get all the cables required to show off what I'm about to do here. Okay, so I got the HDMI cables. That's the easy part. Well, let's see if I... Oh, here it is. It's right here. So, here we go. So this is the little capture device I use. It's USB powered. They do make a PCI Express version. This is just your Elgato Gaming HD60. It's not the 60S. It's just the USB 2 version. Works fine for what I need. It just does HDMI. There are no extra components to this one. It's fairly straightforward. Now I just need to find my USB Mini B adapter here. We got some HDMI cables, so that'll be helpful. And yep, just looking for that. And then my desk is going to be full. I'm actually going to have to move some of these things off because we're going to put a G3 tower here. We're going to put a blue and white G3 tower here that I think Jay's going to be lusting over. Because he loves that, and who doesn't? So I have an extension cable here, that's good. I accumulate a lot of wires on my desk, especially when I'm doing a live stream. I'm pulling things here and there, and it gets a little bit exciting. So, yes, Jay heard it. Okay, let's follow up on the comments here. Snow and White IMAX were wonderful machines. Yep. Only slot loader I've ever seen was a graphite. Graphites are beautiful. Turns out I have most of the graphites. I have the Indigo one. I have is one of the later ones. It's with the Rage Ultra 16 megabyte graphics card in it. What's your Mac story? The first Mac you started. Well, my father's first Macintosh was the Macintosh 2CX. That was our family computer. I had a 13-inch Apple color monitor with a Raster Ops Paintboard Nubus card slot in it. And that was our family computer for the longest time. My father did graphic design work. And he learned how to use Quark Express on a Macintosh SE at a training class. So, he worked on computers and did art and stuff like that. And the Macintosh 2CX was our family computer. Eventually, we got a Power Mac 7500. After that was a Power Mac AGP G4 450 megahertz model. And after that, he upgraded to an iMac Intel from 2007. So you could see there's quite a bit of a gap between there. I mean, we weren't an extravagant family. That's what we could really afford at the time. The Macintosh 2CX, I think his company helped him buy a little bit. We found the receipt for that. It was nearly $11,000 with the color printer, the image writer 2, the graphics card, the dust covers, the keyboard, all that stuff. The Power Mac, he got around 94, 95, I'd say, whenever that came out, roughly. Maybe a year or so after it came out. The G4 system his company actually paid for, with the 21-inch studio display monitor, which sadly perished. But I still have his G4 around here. I know it's his because it has a dodgy sound out port. But that machine still works to this day. It's a pretty nice tower. And he's still using his 2007 iMac, so... quite a few Macs he's been through. So because of his dedication to the Macintosh, I was interested at an early age. When we got the 7500, the 2CX was the kid's computer, and so I loved that darn thing. I still have it. I'm trying to recap it to get it to work. It does turn on, but I don't get any video out, so that's what I'm tinkering with. I still have the 7500 somewhere. And because of that, whenever we went to yard sales, my dad was also, is also someone that's interested in yard sales and thrift stores and stuff. We'd always find Apple stuff because nobody wanted this stuff 20 years ago. Nobody. I'd say nobody. I got a Quadra 840 AV for $5 at a computer festival because nobody wanted the darn thing. You know, I have over 100 Macs in my collection, easily 150. Most of them do need some work and repair, but a lot of PowerBooks, a lot of laptops, thankfully, makes it a little smaller. But a bunch of CRTs, a bunch of iMacs and stuff, so it's an addiction. My poor wife is very, very patient with me, and so yeah, that's how I got bit with the Macintosh bug. Personally, my computers, the first one I ever purchased, you know, well, the first one I got was PowerBook 230 at a recycling thing. You sort of traded in junk, you got junk. I got a PowerBook 230 Duo model. Came with the Duo dock, I believe. And after that, it was a PowerBook 500 series. I think it was a 540C or a 520C. After that, I got, you know, after I got good grades in school and I saved up, my parents helped me get an open box Key Lime iBook special edition 466 megahertz model. And believe it or not, the dual USB model came out just a few months after. And I was so jealous because it had two USB ports and a built-in microphone. And just, you know, things I didn't really need. But, yeah. And after that, I got a 12-inch PowerBook, a G4, from Mac84trades.com for about $800. I also got a G3 Mini Tower desktop shortly after I got the iBook because I wanted a desktop. These are all used. I couldn't afford anything new. And the first Mac with my own money for my own job, fully purchased was a 2006 first revision Intel iMac 20-inch model, Core Duo, not even the Core 2 Duo. And then the last Macintosh I purchased was a 2011 iMac 27-inch model. Still works, except the graphics card's a bit dodgy. Everything else from that has been used. I don't think I'll ever buy a brand new Mac again because you save so much buying a used one, and especially these classic Mac Pros will last you forever. So that's my rant about the machines I've had and everything like that. Yeah, so yeah, the 840AV, unfortunately, it worked great. There's something wrong with it, so I'm trying to fix it up. And I get some weird continuity with the 5-volt rail, so something is a bit dodgy on it. I keep saying dodgy, but I think Bruce has worn off on me a little bit. I haven't baked a graphics card itself, but I have, before I knew better, I baked a HP laptop motherboard and my cousin's MacBook Pro motherboard. This was years ago, but obviously the oven isn't the best things to do that, and you're sort of just getting around the problem because those cards will heat up again, and unfortunately, probably, you know, not be worth it at all. So I understand why people want to do it. Quick fix, reheat, reflow, blah blah blah. I think it's just, you know, you're prolonging the inevitable. It will resurface again. Unfortunately, it'd be great if that was a simple fix, but. Let's see. Get a banana without parents noticing. Attempt 1. Okay. First Mac was a 2010 MacBook, Aaron says. Had a 2014, 2015. First Apple product besides iPod Shuffle was an iPad 2 when they came out. MacBook set me on the path as an Apple person. Cool. Yeah, the 840AV is great. I only have one Xserve. That's an Xserve G5, and Jay gracefully replaced the power supply in that for me, thankfully. Guys, gals, non-binary pals, banana mission aborted. Aborted. You come on, go. We'll wait here. We'll wait. I'll give you a minute to get a banana. I'll go get one upstairs, but I mean that's not going to help you out, is it? I won't wait around. I'm sorry. I do have to find a cable, so you go get your banana. I'll find my USB cable here. But yes, great question, JDW. What was your first Macintosh, if you don't mind my asking? Always love hearing what people started using and what made them sort of addicted to the Macintosh. It's always interesting hearing different stories from different perspectives, especially those who used to use PCs and now they're addicted to Macs and all that fun stuff. It's always interesting to hear. And here's my USB cable, so that's good. 128K in 1984. Well, that's just excellent. That's just excellent. I do have a Macintosh 512K in my collection. I have a Mac Plus. I have a Apple III and a few Apple II series. So those are the oldest models that I have. But the 128K, that's really cool. That is really neat. So Ah, yes. Oh, I love the image writer. So, if you've subscribed to the channel recently, if you looked at my scripted videos, not so much the live streams I've been exploding with for the past few weeks, but if you look at my scripted videos, I open with an image writer printer, and that image writer, oh, I love that thing. I have 3 of them. I have 3 image writer 2s and 1 image writer 1. They work great. They are fantastic machines. I absolutely adore them. So, where am I going to stick this USB cable? I'm running out of ports here. JDW never owned a Windows PC. I have a few of them. I have one just for games. And like I said, I was playing around with one to try and stream stuff. I don't really use them often. Of course, I very much prefer the Macintosh operating system. TomTom Computing says, my favorite Macs will always be the Color Classic and the iMac G3. Perfect choices. Macintosh SE and Classics are also my favorite machines. Ah, very nice. You got the banana! Yeah! Alright, so let me try and not flash everybody. As I still got to put Bruce's logo on this iMac, so he's all knowing and all watching. Maybe we'll print that out on the stream if we get a bit crazy here. So I'm just feeling for the extra USB port in this monitor. There's a little USB hub on this thing, which has come very much in handy. Yes, Jay. I'll be very careful. Oh, this is always fun. How are you going to want me to find a banana? Yes, it is a breaker box. I am in the basement here, so one good thing about that I was easy to run extra outlets, because this basement only had 2 outlets in it. It's a huge basement, but only 2 outlets. Unacceptable. So I had to run some more outlets to power my Macintosh addiction here. Okay, so yes, this is my beautiful Bondi Blue iMac that was featured in that video. So if you go watch that, I'm very, very, very proud of that. That video took months to put together. And I have a lot of scripted videos that are in progress right now. But that one I'm very particularly proud of. So I like showing it off, and it keeps me company. So. Okay, we already got a mega flash from Bruce. Nothing you could do can scar us more. Well, thank you, Jay. That's very kind. I'm going to want a banana now, too. Jeez. Alright, so, yeah, we got our little capture box here. I'm going to plug in the USB port, which carries over data and power. And I'm going to grab, if there's an HDMI cord on here. If not, I'll need to plug one in. Looks like I need to plug one in. So the scaler has VGA going in, and now we're going to get HDMI out from that. So I'm plugging in HDMI output from this scaler. And that will go into our little device here, if I could read this correctly. Yep. I actually have to plug in the VGA cable, because I actually stole it to use on another machine. I used to have a billion of those cables, but I'll just unplug it from this monitor if I can. That one's actually pretty firm in there. I don't want to mess with that. There's one hanging around here. Let me just grab another. And for those who were curious of what this scaler looks like, I found the other one that Jay sent to me. And so it's meant to be rack mounted, of course, but you have your selection of buttons. And here is all the beautiful ports on the back. So you have all your inputs here. So you have composite, component, S-video, VGA, even HDMI, and then you have one HDMI output there. So it's a pretty neat device. So let me go just grab that VGA cable. I keep finding DVI cables, but the VGA cables are making me look like a fool. So I'm going to have to steal one from another machine if I don't see one at the moment. Yeah, that is a lot of inputs. I mean, it is a professional device, so it's definitely has its reasons for having that many inputs. Let me see if I can get a cable from over here. I think I have one over here. Well, you know what? I'm just going to pull the VGA cable out of here because I can't seem to find the darn thing. So, you know, that's a bit frustrating, but you know what? Let's just do what's easy here. And I also, good night, Dana. I also need to switch out the DVI cable here for an HDMI one because we will be probably using the HDMI out from there, I think. So hold on, let me just untangle this. Okay, there's the VGA cable. I swear I have like a bunch sealed in a box somewhere, but it's not doing me any good right now. So, okay, so we have that monitor set up. Alright, so we have our little box there. What I have to do is now put the G3 desktop on this desk here, which is going to be fun because there's not too much room here. Let's see. What time is it where you are, Abandoned? It sounds like you're sneaking around. Alright, so let me take some of the stuff I have on my desk and just put them in this little box here so we don't have to worry about losing anything from here, hopefully. Oh, my little soldering tools and this and that. Oh, there goes my wick there. You can't lose that. It's very important. Make sure we put all of our tools in here. Our solder, our wick. Okay, so we got all our goodies there. move some of these things, because this is going to take up some space. Let me move the microphone over here just for a second. 10:45, that's not too bad. I guess you're a little younger than I am, because I'm allowed to stay up as much as I want. I'm also not at my parents' house anymore, but yes. Alright, so let's bring the main event onto the table here. Oh boy, this is a beauty. Hold on, let me make proper room for this. Move the tripod back a little bit. Sorry guys, you're seeing a moving around image. Don't get sick here. Alright, here is, this is the beautiful blue and white G3 tower. And yeah, it's a pretty nice condition. I have to give a plug to chaserecycling.net, I believe the URL is. He was kind enough to provide this tower to me. I had to do some minor tweaking to get it to work, but I have a video where I'm going to show off all the goodies I got from him. But just to plug chaserecycling.net in the New Jersey, New York area in the United States. Tons of stuff there if you want to go and rummage through, just see what PCs they have for sale, what parts and stuff, or if you don't have something you don't want anymore, it's junk, it's broken, you might be able to trade it in for something. So that's my little plug for him, and it's he has a great little operation there. So if you check out that website, you could send them a message or give them a call. And again, that's chaserecycling.net, C-H-A-S-E, recycling.net. And they do some good work. So my friend Vlad there will hook you up with some goodies. And he has very fair prices on, you know, gently used machines from businesses and the like. And yeah, so we have this beautiful G3 here. Let's move some stuff out of the way so we could turn it on. Okay, so someone's saying, do you prefer the blue and white design of the G3 or the graphite? You know, I had my father's G4 rather, which was the graphite design, and I quite like that, but I like both, to be honest. So here, we actually have, let's get the camera a little closer here so I can show you what's inside this wonderful machine here. Shut up. What are you yelling at me for? I have to do a plug. It's a contractual obligation. Okay, so I have some memory in here. Unfortunately, this machine, well, for better or worse, this machine is pretty stock. We have the 64 megs of RAM in here. We have the standard 6 gigabyte hard drive in here. You don't care for trends? Okay, I'm a little confused. But anyway, we have the original hard disk in here. We have the original video card in here. We have a SCSI card in here. I added a second video card in here. And that's just for trying to mirror the video display. But yeah, this is a beautiful little blue and white model here. It has a zip drive. It could use a good cleaning. There is quite a amount of dust on some of these connectors here. But it does power on, so we're not going to worry too much about that. This speaker, yeah, that's the problem with this thing. This speaker is dead. Let me move the camera up here. Yeah, let's do this here. I'm going to unplug the power. Ah, yes. No, you're not too young to like the vintage stuff. I thought you were rambling about my plug there, but that's all good. We all like vintage stuff here, so you're in good company, sir. Okay, so let's plug in this this machine here. And do we already have a cable? Where's, oh, that cable goes there. No, we don't have, wait. There's so many power cables. So many power cables. Ah, good. We could use this one. Okay, so I'm gonna plug this boy in. And you're going to probably hear that the speaker is very weak. I unplugged the hard drive because we're going to shut it off right away anyway. But I'm going to turn this on. Yeah, you couldn't even hear a chime there. You couldn't really hear a chime because I think this speaker is blown. So, I do have a case of a G3 here that I did pull out the speaker from. I believe this speaker works better. So let me put the tripod back, the camera back on the tripod here, just for a moment. And we're going to see if this speaker works better. So we can just unplug the speaker right here from the board. I know you can't see it too well, I apologize, but it's right here. And we're just going to replace it. I'm not even going to put the new speaker in place right now. Just going to hold it, and we'll see if we can hear the startup chime. Okay, that was kind of loud. Let's just leave this old speaker dangling there. I'll properly take that out when I can. But this should just slide in place there. Maybe. I don't want to break this beautiful blueberry plastic here, because it looks like it should just pop in there. Sorry, it's a little difficult for you guys to see, but let's just try and get this in here without breaking anything. There we go. Good. So the old speaker is just going to hide out in here just for a little bit. It's disconnected. Shouldn't cause us any trouble. But I am going to close the machine up. Okay. And we need to plug it in to our scaler. So I have this VGA cable. Let me just move over here. And let me just plug this into our scaler. Let's see how long this cord is. Oh, that is a shame. Let me. Nothing's ever perfect and nothing ever works out perfectly here. So we're just gonna do our best. And this cable just barely gets there. So hopefully this should work out okay for us. Just got to be mindful of what we have here. And I'm going to unplug the HDMI cable from my little stack of Mac Minis here and plug that into the output of this little capture device here. So let's turn that monitor on. I'll get back to looking at me for a second. And you said you wanted to see the scaler first. There is some setup involved, so we should be seeing something in a second. So hold on, please. Let me switch this input to DVI. Let me plug the power back into the hard drive here. Which, as I say that, I'm pulling the VGA cable. I could always use some more space. Okay. All right, there we go. Okay, sorry about that. It's a little crazy here tonight. A little crazy. We're going to be using an ADB keyboard and mouse because the G3 supports it. So why the heck not? Let's plug in this bad boy. Okay, so prepare to take up all the room on my desk here. And see, I have a few mice around here. Here's a ADB mouse we could use. How about that? Okay, sorry for the delay, guys. Just, ooh, the connector on this mouse has seen better days. So let me grab another. Don't want to fry anything here. Okay, there's the other mouse I was using. Here we go. Untangle it here. Still got 13 people watching. Hello, folks. Okay, so let's plug that in. Okay, so if all goes well, we should see the G3 on this screen. Once we confirm it's on this screen, then what we could go ahead and do is we can play around with getting this on the stream. So let's turn on the G3. Okay, there was a bit of a chime there. We'll see if we can get that speaker volume raised. So let's, oh, that's right. There we go. So, all right, great. We have some picture here. I'm going to have to adjust the video resolution, I think. Let's see if we can add this to the stream. So I'm adding, whoopsie, that's not what I wanted. Let's see, we need video capture, right? And we're going to select, oh, that's a shame. It's not detecting my little capture box here in OBS. That's weird. Yeah, the ADB keyboard will power up the G3. So that's a bit of a disappointment here. The little box here does not seem to be in OBS. Let's make sure that the Mac actually is reporting it here. The software that I'm using for streaming is OBS, Open Broadcasting Software. OBS Studio version 24. It works on Mac OS 10. Let's see if my little box is recognized here. It does not seem to be. Let me unplug it and plug it back in, which is going to power cycle this device here. But maybe it just needed a firm plug-in here. It is recognized as Game Capture HD. Now it's showing up. So let's see if OBS will find it now. OBS needs a restart, but I'm streaming. I hope that's not the case. I mean, I could just quit it and open it up again. The YouTube link will still work. That's unfortunate. Alright, folks, because I do want to show this to you. You're going to see the stream go offline for a split second. Because I'm going to have to hit stop and start. I don't think that'll break the stream. I hope not. Will it? It's too late for me to remember this stuff. But I think if I hit stop on OBS, YouTube is still streaming it. Hopefully it shouldn't kick me off. I think. No? Maybe it will? Is this what people are saying? I haven't done this ever, so I'm not 100% sure. Alright, so it shouldn't affect the stream, hopefully. If for some reason the stream doesn't go back on, just go to my YouTube channel, click on the link. It should be okay. We're going to test it. We have a great audience here tonight. Beautiful audience. So I'm going to try one more time just to see if it comes up as some sort of, maybe it's a media source or something. Let me just double check here. Now it's a local file. Yeah, it's not coming up as a video capture. So let me just double check with QuickTime Player that QuickTime could see it. Make sure I don't need drivers or anything for it. So QuickTime is not able to see it. Maybe I need some software here. Let's double check. Let's just make sure I don't need anything for OBS. OBS Link setup for Elgato is a little tool. OBS Link is a small program that lives inside of the menu bar of your Mac It grabs the incoming video from your Elgato game device and converts it to NDI. The NDI signal can be captured with OBS. Let's see. It looks like it's for the Elgato HD60S. Now mine's just the HD60. I don't know if it's compatible with this, unfortunately. Let me just take a look here. I want to make sure I take a look at what I'm doing here before I disconnect or anything like that. Because unfortunately HD60 was end-of-lifed. But, that would be a real shame if I couldn't do it with OBS here. That would be a real shame. Oh no, there's no drivers. Oh, that's a real shame. What the heck, man? Well, that's real frustrating. Let's try this cam link thing. Let's see if that I don't really know if this is going to work. Unfortunately, I got a bit ahead of myself here. I've used the Elgato device just on its own with its own software. That's a real pain if it's not compatible here. Because what the heck, man? So let me download this OBS link here. It says it's for the newer device. Maybe it'll work with the old one. Who knows? Let's download it. Let's give it a try. Where's the download button? Requires Mojave. Well, we're not doing that. Head over to the NASCAR site. They have great drivers. Oh boy. OBS Elgato HD60 macOS. Well, I don't have Mojave. I have High Sierra, unfortunately. Let's see. Somebody has to have a guide here. Let's see. I got a copy of HD60S. Not the S. See, the S is the newer version. Maybe that's my problem. I have the older one. Because... oh, that's a shame. That's a real shame. What I can try and do is just do a screen grab of the software on the Mac. So it's not the best, but I should be able to do that. Let me just do that. So let me go to Elgato's website. Let me just download the Macintosh drivers for that, and we'll be underway in a second. See, this is the problem with doing streams. You know, you never know what's going to happen. You make assumptions. But let's see. Why, thank you, sir. Thank you, Jay. Let me click on... yeah, see, this is for the S. So mine's not the S one. And that chat link setup is only for Mojave. At least the one they have now. Maybe they used to have a High Sierra one. But, yeah, that's... I'm not downloading in the Mac App Store. Stream Deck. Here, High Sierra. Okay. So there's a streaming software, then there's a capture software. I'm going to go ahead... and you know what? Maybe they have an older... oh, version history. Here we go. Let's see. Ah, the S version is USB 3. That's why they can do the HDI stuff. So let me just download the... I have to download the old version of the High Sierra version of this thing. Unfortunately. Let's see. So that's version this. Okay, so how do I get the older one here? Okay, let's download this here. Hopefully this will work. Sorry to leave you all hanging here. I want this to work. If I have to plug in a bloody PC, I'm not going to do it. Because the whole point of this was to use the Mac and OBS to make things easier, but I made an assumption here, unfortunately. So, but let's see if we could do this here. So thank you very much for everyone just standing by here. We still got 9 people here. Okay, well thank you very much, Aaron. I appreciate it. That's what happens when you play around with new stuff. You never know. But at least the Mac booted up here. Okay, so I'm just opening this software here. Okay, it looks like, there we go. So I do have some sort of video on here, and I could do a window grab here. So let me just adjust some of these things here, so I can sort of get this to a place where I want it to be. Let me bring OBS down here, so we have a better window here to capture from. Now this scaler I do have to adjust some settings with, but let's try this. So we're gonna minus this. We're going to minus that. I'm just going to set up this scene here for this. Let me just double check here that I could do this properly. So we're going to do a window capture. It's not going to be the fanciest thing in the world here, but you know what? Sometimes you got to do what you got to do. Okay. And let's see if we could scale that. Because unfortunately we do have some dead pixel space there. Well, not dead, well, unusable space I should say. That's not too bad, I'd say. And let's just do our webcam input here as I talk to myself. And we'll choose our little Logitech here, so we could have sort of a picture-in-picture here. And let's bring this, bring that up. You know, can we crop that? Transform, flip, stretch. You know what? Let's bring this back up here, and I'll just move this a bit over. Okay, so let's see if this works. There is no audio because I have to add the USB microphone to the other thing. So let me add audio 1 second here. Let me just add that. Sorry, that's what happens on OBS when you add new things. Unfortunately, you could screw stuff up fairly easily. So I know the audio is fixed now. So let me switch over to that scene again. And let me know if you guys can still hear me now. Let's see if you can still hear me. Hopefully you can. Because I do see the audio lines doing their wiggly dance. Alright, a bit muffled. Okay. Let's make sure it's actually the right microphone. Hold on. Hold on. The microphone settings have been untouched since I switched between one and the other. So it is set up all the way to maximum. So yeah, the Mac screen is cut off a bit. I think that's the scaler. I can adjust that in a second. But it's not going to be perfect. But this is a real Mac. So let's I think some of the keys on this keyboard are not exactly the best, and this mouse could use a bit of cleaning here. I could just use a USB mouse, but so okay. So let's It sounds like a different mic. That's weird, because if I click on, oh, you know what? I'm looking at the wrong thing. I apologize. You guys are probably right. I'm clicking on the wrong thing in OBS. It is a different mic. There we go. That's much better now, isn't it? Yeah, it was using the Chromie webcam mic. My apologies. So that should be the same now. I should sound much better. Okay, so let's actually switch out this ADB keyboard, which is sort of being a pain here. Let me just grab another one. Where's that small one I was using the other day that I quite liked? Well, we don't have a small one, but I have another one of these extended ones. So everyone close your eyes. I'm hot swapping ADB. Everyone close your eyes. Do not do this at home. I am a professional. I know you could technically hurt the thing, but that's never ever happened to me. I guess I can tempt fate every now and again. It's probably not a good idea to do so. Okay, so we do have this working. Now this mouse needs a little bit of... Oof, yeah, there's a lot of dust in here. I'll probably just switch to a USB mouse in a second. But we do have a screen here. Now, there is a bit of lag on the scalar side, just very slightly. The image I'm seeing on this screen here, it's a bit laggy. From what you're seeing, it's even lagged further. So it's not ideal here. Let's try and... This mouse is really awful. I'm going to have to change to an optical mouse. It's driving me a bit nuts that I can't control the screen here. Let me grab another mouse. So thankfully, this machine does have USB on it. Should recognize this optical mouse as a mouse, and yes, it does. That's much better. So I know I'm sort of performing a sin here by using a Microsoft mouse on a Macintosh here, but that's okay. So first off, let's look at this computer here. So this is running macOS 8.5.1. Is that resolution too small? We're at 1024 by 768. Maybe I should adjust that a little bit. Is everything too small on the screen there? Is it a little too small for comfort? I have everything very shrunken down in OBS, so it's very hard for me to make a judgment of how the video actually looks here. It's fine. Okay, great. Cool. So let me just move this up here. Okay, great. So, yeah. So, this is not my machine. So there's a lot of stuff on here. Let's see what happens if I change it to 800 by 600. Let's see what'll flip out, the scaler or the capture software first. Probably both. It went back to what it was. Let's open monitors and sound. Probably the refresh rate that the scaler didn't like. Let's change this to, let's do 800 by 600 at 72. That's much better. Great. Okay, so I think that's a little bigger. Yeah. So let's clean this up. Now they're using a special font here. They customize their font. It is cut off a little bit at the top here. There are some controls on this scaler. I'm gonna have to be very careful in the way I do this, but there we go. Here's our menu. So here's all the scaler options that I have, and you can see that I could adjust a lot of things here. So I could adjust the, this is just the adjustment of the OSD. That's pretty neat. I didn't even know that was a thing. So let's see, information, PC. Here we go. That's what we need, PC. So let's go to position here. So we want our vertical position is what we want to change. There we go. So let's bump that back down. So the menu bar is now cut off here. We don't need the very, very bottom, but the very top is good. I did not just recap a board. Bruce did earlier, though. We're just playing around with some goodies. We have a video scaler we're playing around with. That's how you could see the Macintosh on this screen. This is something new and exciting for me. It's really cut out now. What has cut out? I apologize. If it looks like everything's okay to me on my side, but we have to clean up the desktop here. There we go. And there we go. Okay, cool. So this is not my machine, but there's I think there's Photoshop on here. Here's the HAL. This is the HAL promotional video that Apple released. It's a QuickTime movie. Where did it go? Here we are. So, yeah, so we have our video here. I'm not going to play the audio, but this is Apple's advertisement for the year 2000 and Macintosh and stuff. Yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun. I'm a little annoyed that the let's see if this monitor can adjust properly to the resolution, because that's the thing. I think this scaler is outputting at a resolution that this doesn't necessarily care for. Let's see if it can. Here we go. Ah, that's good. So this monitor does have some scaling. So that's better. That's much better for me. Okay, great. So now we got this working. Now I'm excited because we could play around with some fun stuff here. First, let's log into AOL. No, we're not going to do that. So our keyboard works here. We have some games. Oh, Snood's a good one. Bugdom. Oh, Tetris. Ooh, I'm very tempted here. Let's see how a game looks. It might flash the resolution. It might change it here because we're switching. You can see the resolution in the top left of the scaler. It will present that. Ah, Pangea software. Hopefully it's not too choppy. Hopefully it's pretty smooth. It's probably not as smooth as it was if it was like a direct video capture, but it's capturing the screen, so it's probably not as smooth as it could be, but better than nothing. It's nice and crisp, at least. I like how the spider is the menu here. Rage 2 mode. This degrades the visual quality of the game in order to gain speed. Used with Revision A iMacs and original G3s, and other iMacs with Rage 2 chips. Well, we won't have to do that, thankfully. Let's play for a second. Oh, Aaron. I don't know if you can hear the game audio at all. So I'm this little bug guy. I can kick things. Don't really know how else I could control other than just by moving the mouse around. Alright, I kicked that nut there. Hopefully it's not as choppy as it looks on OBS. OBS is making this look very choppy, but I don't know if that's just because it's previewing a preview for me. Let me know in the comments if it looks choppy. Hopefully it's not. Yeah, kicked his butt. Alright, yeah, it's probably because it's capturing the screen, unfortunately. There's nothing I can do about that, but... Alright, so We don't have to play the whole thing there. I was just testing around there. Alright, so let's open Snood. I haven't played this in forever. Yeah, sorry, pal. You've played 9,471 games of Snood. This guy loved it.
You have played 9,471 games of Snood.
Yeah, Jay, so we're capturing a window of our capture software. So it's not perfect, unfortunately. But at least it's something. So it's a little choppy on games and such, but let's try this. So it's kind of like Bust a Move. It's a fun game. This is going to turn into me playing this for 8 hours. I have a bad feeling. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, we gotta step it up here. Ah, shoot. Oh, I died. Can you guys hear the G3 audio? I know it's sort of directional, so you might not be able to. It is 2:22 a.m., so we've already been streaming for a good hour and a half already. I don't know if you guys can hear the audio. This speaker is working much better. I think we know all what I have to do right now. Those platinum noises. I don't know if you can hear them. Ah, there we go. Eep. Ah, boy. Yes, the platinum noises. I hope you can hear it. The microphone I have is very directional. If you can't hear it, I'll move the microphone a little closer, maybe. But okay, what else we got here? So again, the video is kind of cut off. Let me adjust this here. I might have done that when we changed the resolution here. So. Okay, yeah, if you have a machine running a version of Mac OS, you always turn on the sounds. Yeah, for the longest time I didn't turn on the sounds, and then I did. But Apple System Profiler, let's check a look at this machine. So there's your serial number, J. SG9 13B JYG9D. So there you go. And this is stock. This is a 300 megahertz machine, 64 megs of RAM. I put a new video card into this, a second one, but that's about it. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. This clock is of course not set to the right time because I took out the PRAM battery. Let's fix this here. Oh, I love this keyboard. Okay, oh, I forgot to turn on the seconds there. There we go. Yeah, it's doesn't have a good PRAM battery, so the clock is not set correctly. Yeah, let's change this background here. I'm not a fan of this. Ooh, that's a nice Bondi. Bondi Dark. These are more green than Bondi, I'd say. But so we must have some nice patterns here. Here we go. Peanuts. Oh, this is fun. This is fun, guys. A French blue. We have bubbles. Yeah, this isn't even 8.6. This is 8.5. We got waves. I always like the waves. I might leave it on the waves here. See you, Philip. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate the time spent. Have a good day at work. Oh, I remember these. The ripples. This is pretty cool. This was my my desktop that pattern that my father's Mac had. There's so many good ones to choose from. This was always a trippy one. This is a 300 megahertz, I believe, Jay. Let me check the sticker on the back, make sure Apple System Profiler is not lying. Yep, 300 megahertz. And you know what? You can't go wrong with the Mac OS background there. I don't think you can go wrong with that. Let's see what applications are on this thing. Well, let's change the appearance back to the normal font because this is driving me a little crazy here. I think it was. Why is it a little bolder? Is it supposed to be 10? Why is Oh. Mac OS default. There we go. That's what I wanted. That's what I wanted. Yes, there are some good pictures here. Let's go to photos. We have bottles. I remember liking this one. That's a nice picture. Oh, we have these 3D graphics here. 3D! This just screams early 90s. I can do this all day. Look at that. Jay showed me a cool little picture of his serial number website. Unit was built in Singapore. Was built in 1994, the 13th week of March. Well, that's its birthday's coming up soon. How about that? Cool. All right. So, yeah, I'm gonna probably just remove the picture and just leave it as the macOS default. I like that one. What else should I do with this machine now, guys? So I got it online here. I was gonna do some doodling, some drawing here. Maybe I could do that. Let's see what apps are on here. I think there's Photoshop on here. We got Photoshop 6. One of the darker French blues. If I had, I'm not going to say if I had, because I do have the installation of UT somewhere. It'll be too choppy on the screen now. Unfortunately, my assumption that this game capture thing would work perfectly with OBS was not entirely accurate, unfortunately. Let me get my drawing tablet here. Hold on. I have one second here. I had something I wanted to show you guys. I have two actually, but I'm looking for the one that I took out of the box already. I guess I'll just use this one here. It's a little disappointing. I thought I had the thing right in front of me, but let's see. Did I hide it under here? No. I guess not. It's late, so I'm just going a little crazy here, but whatever. So we have this wonderful drawing tablet here. We're gonna do some drawing on the Mac OS. So let's plug this in. I don't think this really has been used before. There was one I was playing with the other night. Don't ask me what I did with it. Heck if I know. I'm looking around just seeing if I spot it propped up against one of these machines here, but I guess it doesn't matter which one I use because this one's already in my hand. But yeah, that's alright. So let's see. I'm going to plug this in again to the ADB port here. I did install the software for this. So we have our drawing tablet here. I do have a pen. So let's take the pen out of the box here. And I will wow you all with my super artistic skills here. And yes, that is sarcasm that you detect. Okay, so the pen works. It's not really a one-to-one for the screen, so let's adjust this here. Let's use the mouse to adjust it first. Tablet. Okay, so let's go to mapping, landscape, pen mode, entire tablet, yeah. Let's do one-to-one. That should allow me. Nope, that does not. That's a little misleading there. Let's try that again. Proportional? Does that let me do that? To fit? Does that let me? I think to fit is probably the closest I'm going to. It's weird because I can't go too far south on the screen with the tablet here. I'm sort of stuck. Okay, that's. I guess. Hold on. Let me see. Entire display. Entire tablet, advanced mapping. Well, I think that's good. I would assume one-to-one is what I want here, but so let's try that. So I'm gonna close that. Let's go back to Photoshop here, and let's create a new file. Got that sort of hidden off to the side there. Oopsie. Yeah, sure. Let's do that. You know what? Let's change the resolution of this because we are at a small resolution here. There we go. Alright, so that works. Let's get ourselves a new layer here. We can get some of these panels out of the way. I don't need all of them here. Just really gonna use layers for now. Oopsie. Okay, so any requests from these fine artistes? I don't know why I'm doing a bad accent here, but let's just do something simple here. Hello. Okay, that didn't work out too badly. Let's do. What could I draw here? What could I draw? Well, I could do the little Mac Finder face as I always do in my streams here. Easy enough. We got our little square box around. The mapping isn't perfect on this little tablet here, but it's enough to work for simple sketches here. So Steve Jobs. Well, I actually am not too bad if I copy from a photo. Let's look at a 1997 photo of Steve Jobs, something like that. Let's see. Human likeness is not exactly my my forte either, but let's try this picture of Steve Jobs. We'll try and do that. So use the care icon for reference. That would be easier probably. Let's see. I can zoom in this. So let's see. Let me change my brush a little bit. Maybe. Yeah. Okay. This is we got again, the mapping on this is making everything a little squished, but you know, I'm not. Yeah, this is weird because I'm moving very much to the left, and it's like being very. You know, let me just adjust the mapping here, otherwise it will drive me crazy. Let's do proportional. Maybe that's better here. It's still strange. It's still very strange. Let me do something. Let's see here. Oh, I could do the dog cow. That's much simpler to do. So we have the sort of the ears here. You have the mouth here. And her name is Clarice. She has a nice tail there. I think she has a. Again, this tablet is a bit not exactly as responsive as the USB one I use, and of course there are different settings and such. I'm not trying to blame the tool for my suckiness here, but it's just a very strange feeling because it's just like something's a little off, you know. If you get what I mean here, we have a nice little eye there. Let's give Clarice a nice smile. I think she has a bit of a spot there. Move! And where's our paint bucket here? There we go. Whoops. There you go. This is what this stream is all about, huh? See, everything is kind of like skinny. That's not exactly how I'm doing it. It's just the way the tablet is sort of mapping there. Let's save this. Yeah, see, if I'm going left to the right on the tablet, it's only going like that. It's interesting. Well, let's do another. Why not? I was gonna play around with the arm, but we're almost 2 hours in here. We're playing around with the scaler, so we'll just continue messing around for a little bit, probably. Unless you guys get bored, let me know. Thought I got a message there. Forgive me, Steve, but I've been a Windows user all my life. How's Mac OS? Planning to move to it soon. Well, that's a loaded question, and you know, there's a lot of good answers. Honestly, the operating system structure, as far as the folder structure and how things work, is similar enough from Windows to Mac. Now, as long as your applications that you are using on the Windows platform are all available for the Macintosh and you have easy access to them via licenses or other means, you would probably find the interface and the functionality pretty similar. There are some caveats to it. There's probably some very good beginner YouTube videos. Just seeing what makes things a little bit different on the Macintosh. But yes, Photoshop can be a little boring. I do not have Ethernet plugged into this machine, but that will change momentarily when I do plug an Ethernet plug into it. So I hope that sort of answered your question. I love Macintosh operating systems, Mac OS 10 especially, but I've been using it for years, many years. So I'm maybe a bit biased in my opinion there. There we go. Let's see. I'm trying to grab a cable here. Okay. It's all about the internet for you kids, isn't it? Well, spoiler alert, Internet Explorer ain't so good on this machine. 'Cause it's old. Just look at that. I closed Photoshop and it's taken its sweet time. Where's Netscape? Oh my goodness. What'd they do? Oh my goodness. What'd they do with Netscape? I'd say my favorite PowerPC Mac OS is 8.6, and previous to that, it's 7.6. Okay, AOL open for some reason. Let's not do that. I guess we're stuck with Internet Explorer. I really like a lot of the Mac OSs. 8.6 is very stable. Looks like we're stuck with IE4, unfortunately. Let's make sure we're actually properly set up here. This is going to probably take a second here. Yeah, we're beach balling before the beach ball existed. But you're being a good machine. We only have 64 megs of RAM. We can't be too harsh on you. Honestly, JDW, Patreon started off very slow for me. Now I have quite a few supporters on Patreon, which I'm very thankful for. Patreon did adjust their payout type thing. If you're sort of a veteran of Patreon for a few years, you got grandfathered into the old scale. But honestly, what I did, JDW, is I started out by just offering early access to videos. Eventually, I offered a few different tiers. But you know what? I see very popular people on YouTube just have a $1, $5, $10 tier, or $1, $3, $10, $20, whatever. And they do pretty well. Just by adjusting, what they offer there. Some people don't even have any added benefits for higher tiers. It's just whatever you feel like paying. So I would definitely suggest setting one up. In fact, JDW, if you don't mind, I will send you a referral link for my Patreon. Just means if you get a Patreon, I get $1 or something like that. Feel free to use it if you don't need it. But you don't need to do extras at all, as Jay is saying. I feel a little obligated to do it because I just feel that way. So I give some users some extra videos and button access to images and stuff like that. But yeah, so I'll try and send you a message via YouTube or Twitter or something like that. I think I see you on the Facebook groups too, so maybe I might message you there. But alright, so our Internet Explorer is no longer frozen. Let's just check our TCP/IP settings. We are set up. Let's go to a website here. It would be helpful if I could spell. I click stop and it's gonna go weirder here. Put 1 gigabyte in that. I could if I wanted to shut it down and shove in some memory. Well, the thing I feel about Patreon is you have to sort of update a lot to actually get some traction on it. I'm very thankful for my patrons. I make a lot more, funds through that than YouTube at the moment, and it helps me acquire things like these gizmos and buying wires and power adapters and camera mounts and all this stuff, solder, flux, capacitors, all this good stuff. Otherwise, I'd be just going into the negatives here. So it is greatly appreciative, but I think you do have to have sort of content to back it up. So although I'm doing a lot of live streams, I don't have a lot of scripted videos or things to show off to my Patreon users as like an exclusive. I will record like a state of my channel or an update every month, and it's an exclusive video about a half hour or maybe an hour long, just for my supporters, just to talk to them, give them an update of what I'm doing, give them some behind the scenes look. Maybe I'll do a tour or something like that. So, okay, this is a 300 megahertz model. So let's fix that there, and let's see if our website will load. Well, I thank you very much, Aaron. I understand that not everyone can afford it, and my lowest tier is $1. I'm really the type of person where I'm shy about even asking for money, even if I'm fixing something and using my own hard-earned dollars to do something. I always feel weird asking, so I did hesitate to put one up. But especially the way YouTube's monetization has been handled recently with all their rule changes and such, I decided, you know what, let me do it for the heck of it. And I quite frankly, I have 15 backers currently on Patreon, and I'm very, very satisfied with how that has turned out. And I owe my patrons a huge debt of gratitude, and just it's a love fest right now. But really appreciate all the support, and I wonder why this is not acting so happy. It should be loading up a site. Let's force quit it here. I know it's pressing our luck. Let's reboot. Let's see if that fixes it. Ah, that's a good healthy bong there. And you'll get to see it start up. How about that? Hopefully. Switching through its video resolutions. There we go. The best kind of bong. Bong. Yes, since this does not have 8.6 on it, it just says the Mac OS when it boots up. 8.6 was the first one to tell you the version number. I'm not going to open the door to check, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was a quantum drive. It's only a 6 gigabyte drive. It might be a quantum. We have antivirus installed on here, of course. That's right. I've never actually edited the startup screen in ResEdit. Maybe that's something I got to play around with. A pretty quick startup for a 20-something-year-old machine. I must. Well, now that I have the drawing tablet plugged in, ResEdit icon editing will be a breeze, wouldn't it? Okay, so let's what we're gonna do? We're gonna test the internet here. Let's maybe it's just not getting an IP address. Let's manually put it in here. Let's randomly get a number 56. This hot IP address action. Only on Mac84. Let's see if that resolved our issue here. So if we go back here, we see our IP. Hopefully we're not conflicting with anything else on the network here. We have to go find our Internet Explorer again. Because this person used AOL by the looks of it, so That's Outlook. I don't want Outlook. Let's put that on the desktop there. I do have a Mac Pro. That's what's streaming this thing right now. Oh, it's going to the Apple Live page. We don't want that. Just go to Google real quick, see if that goes. Come on. You can do it, buddy. Looking, maybe, maybe. Now something's a bit screwy here. You know, if that Ethernet cable isn't plugged in, that would explain a lot. Let me just double check that before we go a little too nutty here. Let's. Well, that certainly is the case. The Ethernet cable's not plugged in, so if it's not plugged in, it's not going to do you any good, is it? So let's fix that. Let's use this other cable. That's a problem. All my cables are yellow, so it's very easy to get them mixed up. Okay. My bad. That should not have been a problem. There we go. Welcome to Mac84.net. I really have to make that image smaller. Sweet. Here we go. I gotta put some more pages on here, but yeah, I have some. Uh-oh. Server could not be found. What? Oh, I have a bad feeling about something. Hold on. Did I not renew my domain name? Oh, smokes! My credit card must have expired or something, and my domain name is not there anymore. Well, I gotta fix that. That's why it's not working. Holy smokes! I gotta fix that. I'll do that right after this stream. Ooh. That's not good. I got so busy doing stuff I forgot about things. But no. Shoot, yeah, I gotta fix that. Anyway, let's try and load apple.com. Nope. We can't. Yeah, I kind of want to stop the stream and do that, but I don't want to do that. But let's see. Applefool.com is a good page. They have a lot of networking information on how to get your old Mac online. I think their page is pretty Mac friendly for old Macs here. It's gonna take some ages to load though. While I do that, I could probably fix the credit card issue. I can't believe I forgot about that. You know, I flag emails and then I sort of forget about them because I'm a bit of an idiot. So yeah, billing error. This was on the 6th of February. Holy moly. Yeah, let me resolve this. Yeah, no one can buy it. It's just they switched their I believe they switched their name, so like none of my passwords are auto-saved or anything. Let me see if I could just do it from my phone here. No, I can't. Well, this page is taking its sweet time to load, so we'll just wait for that for a second. Sorry if that's a little boring, but this is how you do the internet. Oh, it didn't like that password. Let's try, did I update it? I'm gonna have to do a forgot password thing. Let me try one more time. Sorry, I know this is very, very exciting. I guess I lost my password, so I gotta do this again. Let's try. Sorry, this is kind of important. No such username. Oh. Let's try this other email. Okay, good. So they're going to get that back. This is still loading. Or did it load? And it's just, oh, you know what? That's probably, it's probably, maybe it didn't. Let's try and let's try and load Bruce's site. Probably won't load because of this SSL certificate, but oh wait. It looks like it wants to do something. It's trying. I think this would honestly be better on a better system, but a better browser package. It's loading, slowly but surely. It is loading. Oh, I'll try that, Bruce. 1 second. Let me just finish typing this in. Ah, good. I'm into my account. That's good. Look at that. Look at that, Bruce. Okay. You log in. Password has expired. Please update password. All right. Well, let me update my bill first. I'll come back to this. Oh, jeez. Skip to content. Let me click on that. Let's see what happens. Nope. Alright, let me use the link that Bruce sent me on the text message here. So let's go to this URL here. I could use the DreamPie to dial up, but I have Ethernet here, so why not use Ethernet? Oh, we got a big blank image there. Yeah, let me fix this billing issue, because then I could get on my FTP. And I'm sorry, this is really annoying. I apologize, guys. This is something I should have handled a long time ago. Let's see if this'll let me just let me reset the password here. You have any websites you want me to try? Because I don't think it's going to really load, but we could try anyway. It does one of those silly things where you log in and you have to change your password. Hello, Christian. Well, that's what we could do. Macintosh Garden. It's a loading. Okay, let me pay this bill here and get these guys off my back for a second. Okay, I have to update this payment method. One moment, folks. I'm almost out of the woods here. I promise. Just swapping back and forth between one password and all this stuff. And let's just double check all the information is correct. Looks like my credit card is being charged. Approved! Yay! My domain name is no longer dead, hopefully. Oh, that's a relief. Whew. Alright, let me just save this here. Okay, so sorry. Let's see. So we have Macintosh Garden up here. I'll load up Bruce's page in 1 second. That's not exactly what I wanted yet. Let me just double check, see if my domain is magically working now. It might take a second because I just paid for the gosh darn thing. All right, let's try Bruce's page again. We know Macintosh Garden comes up. Go to history. So we're on a blue and white G3 here for anyone who just joined us here. Let me go back to Bruce's message on my phone here. So stage dot. And then old underscore site. Google does work. Most of the search results don't. That's the problem. Yep, looks like we're loading up something, Bruce. Oh boy. Yes! This is great! Oh, I love it. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Bruce, when did you retire this site? Because I love this thing. Oh my goodness. InfoSeek. Security failure. No! Bruce, this is a blast from the past. This is great. Zork Nemesis. Bruce, this is fantastic. So did you write all this? This is really cool. I assume you did because it's your website. Wow, when did you make this, Bruce? This is awesome, man. Well done. This is a Macintosh Power Mac blue and white G3, so it's a 300 megahertz machine. If Apple System Profiler has enough memory to open. Yeah, there we go. So Power Mac G3, 300 megahertz. This is cool, Bruce. I have to bookmark this page. This is awesome. The Mac I'm using to stream. Oh, that's what you meant. I'm sorry. I have a Mac Pro 2009, and it is, I forget the specs of it. Yes, I'm sorry. I misunderstood. This is a Mac Pro early 2009. It's a quad-core 2.66 gigahertz machine with 10 gigabytes of memory. Nothing too special, but it's a bit beefier than the 2008 I was using, and doesn't seem to be choking as much when I do a lot of this stuff here, so which is nice. Yeah. So, oops. It looks like. Oh, that's weird. This streaming software has been recording what I've been doing. I don't want to do that. Hold on a second. Let me turn that off. It's sort of acting like a DVR type thing, and I don't want it to do that. Hold on. I've never used it before, and it seems to have been flashback. Yeah, no, I don't want to do that. Let's turn that off. Okay, great. It was just recording something. Yeah, I can. I do have a 2012 Mac Pro upstairs that I do editing on, so this machine does not have to be beefy by any means of the imagination. So this handles pretty much everything. I've been streaming for 2 hours and 16 minutes. I've had 0 dropped frames. I could see your comments abandoned. Maybe it wasn't working before. Sometimes YouTube craps out, but I haven't seen any comments in a while from you. One of the first websites Bruce built. I don't think many of those search engine sites will work anymore. I don't think InfoSeek is around. Go.com. Oh, it's owned by the Walt Disney Company. How about that? There it goes. Oh, wait. Hold on. You can't see it. For some reason, it sort of cut off. It sort of cut off what you're streaming, what I'm showing you guys. Let me quit the stream thing and open up again. Sorry, 1 second. Something got a little haywire there with the streaming software with the video. Hold on, let's try that again. There we go, much better. So West Island Electronics has a 12-core, 3.46 gigahertz with 128 gigabytes of memory. Yeah, that I would not see a problem why that wouldn't still rock in 2020. Holy crap, that's a good one. Oh boy. Ah, no, that's not vintage. Come on, Christian. A 68030 is vintage, I'd say. This website's still loaded. Let's go to. There's this website, System 7 Today. I think the URL is just system7today.com, but I'm not 100% sure. Not even the search results are working. Let's see. There we go. Oh, I love this website. The fastest operating system for pre-G3 Macs. Nice. This is pretty cool. Forget everything you knew about Mac OS 7. Yeah, they used to have a great forum community, but they had to shut it down. But there's a lot of great information here about web browser performance tips, networking, all this stuff. So let's go to Macintosh Garden. And let's download some Netscape here. I'll probably wrap this stream up, not probably next 20 minutes or so. I don't want to bore you guys. But I know you're still here, so you're still interested, but it's also, what, 3 a.m. here? What's your favorite vintage Mac? Oh, that's a hard one. Personally, it comes down to what I grew up with, so maybe the Macintosh 2CX, maybe the clamshell key lime iBook, and the 12-inch PowerBook G4, and the G3 Mini Tower. Those are the top ones that come to my mind immediately. Okay, we got Netscape Communicator. I guess we could try that. Why not download Blabo? I don't think I've ever used Blabo. Puck Mouse rules them all. A lot of different versions of this. Whoops. I don't know which one to try. That's 68K, PowerPC. Let's do that one. 7 megabytes. That's alright, Bruce. Take care. I'm glad, Bruce, that you enjoyed it. And you had an awesome stream as well. Anybody who's not subscribed to Bruce's channel, please click on Brankus Creations, and you will go right to his channel. And be sure to hit that subscribe button and that little notification bell as well. Take care, Bruce. Ah, it is the last 68K version. Well, thankfully, I'm on a Power Mac here. I could probably download a better one, but this is what I chose. So let me quit this. And where did you download to? Here it is. I think 4.7 is the one I was using for the longest time. Ugh, you stupid Norton. Allow. Allow. I'm gonna have to disable that stupid antivirus. Where is that? Ugh. Yeah, let's how we turned you off. How the heck do I turn you off? There we go. Start here. Oh boy, this takes me back. Oh no, I have to read the license. We have to restart. Okay. Hot install action. Yeah, I'm gonna disable the extension before I reboot. Actually, Jay, that's a good idea. Let's do quit, and then let's go to our friend Extensions Manager. Let's Norton, we're unchecking you because you could get out of here. Not on my system. Anything else? Norton Scheduler. Nope. Anything else we don't need here? Well, that should be okay for now. Actually, let me make sure I saved that. Yeah, we're good. All right, so let's a reboot. Oh, I know that feeling. The same, Jay. Norton antivirus is the virus. Very right, Christian. Very right. Yay, my domain name works again. Woohoo! I got scared there for a second. I'm having a lot of fun here, guys, and I'm very grateful. I just want to take a moment to just, 2 years ago I started this YouTube channel, and I was just having fun, and I met a ton of great people, through this thing on Instagram or Twitter. I just want to say thank you. I'm not, begging for anything here. I'm just saying thank you. I just, this stuff makes me happy, and it's really silly, but there's a lot of others out there who love this old crap too, and it makes me happy that you guys are happy watching this. So a big thank you for everybody who's sticking around here at 3 a.m. here in the U.S. and just logging in and saying hi. And And you know, yes, I'm very emotional and grateful. Probably my lack of sleep isn't helping. No, but no, seriously, I really like, enjoying comments that you guys do for my channel, the likes, the sharing, uh, Patreon supporters, of course. It's all fun. I love this stuff. I mean, sometimes I want to rip my remaining hair out because these things are so frustrating, but uh, and sometimes I want to throw everything out because I'm tripping over it in my basement. But I really do appreciate all the fun we do here. So yeah, and that's all the different. No, I'm not ending the stream. Don't worry. All the different ways how people find me, whether it's Instagram or Reddit or Twitter or the MacYak podcast or Facebook. It's pretty crazy. I mean, I still have my 1,000 subscriber banner up there, but I'm surpassing 1,200 at the moment. I have 15 Patreon backers, and I'm not gonna hump it, Jay, not on the stream. Maybe later. But you get an eep? Thank you. That wasn't a good eep. Hold on. Eep? There. Oh, wait. We could give Jay an actual eep here. Let's do this for Jay. There we go. That's for you, Jay. Thank you very much for the super chat. Very much appreciated. A real eep. This is my only form of entertainment. Well, I hope I'm putting on a good show. So we have Netscape Navigator on here now. As we surpass our little emotional plea there, let's drag this into the applications folder where it should be, and let's make applications an alias. Let's drag that to our desktop, and now let's go to the system folder and drag that applications alias into our app menu items, and then all of a sudden we have our applications in our menu. How about that? So right in here we have access to everything here. So let's go to Netscape. Where'd Netscape go? There it is. Oh, that was the installer. That's right. I dragged the wrong thing into the wrong thing. Hold on. So we got two Netscapes here. We got Netscapes in our Netscapes. So let's drag the installer out of here, and we'll put the actual Netscape in there. There we go. So let's rename this installer. Whoa! Beep beep beep. And let's try and do this properly now. Okay, creating a new profile. Steve Jobs. This spacebar key does not work on this keyboard. That's not good. Yes. Because home.netscape.com/home/first unfortunately doesn't work anymore, Netscape. I'm sorry to tell you that. Oh, I love it. Cool. There. This displays my background correctly. That's good. So let's go to other random downloads here. That should work. Maybe. There we go. Browsers. We have Classilla here. Let's download that. Oh man, this takes me back. Netscape was my browser of choice back in the day. Holy moly. Who else used Netscape? Let's hear it in the comments. Who else used Netscape? While this downloads, let me just run upstairs and get a glass of water. I've been talking for a little bit. Let me just run upstairs. I'll be right back. Okay, we are back. Oops, almost kicked the camera there. And we got some Oreos to feast on. Not product placement. Netscape for life. Yep. Das ist so retro. Yes. Netscape 2 runs great on the SC30 with Ethernet. I would say it does. And JDW, you're still around. This is your first live stream. You're going all in, buddy. For anybody who's sticking around this long, you're 2 hours and 30 minutes in. Don't feel obligated to stay for the entire thing. You always watch what you miss later on. But I always feel guilty when people are watching for so long. Anyway, no, we do not want to register drop stuff it yet. I do have a CD for it, actually. Well, I do have a game. I do. That's right. I have a CD drive here. Ooh, we could get into some fun stuff here. Anyway, let's try and let's see. Where is this? Where's this Classilla thing? Where did it? The stuff file? Did it not export it correctly? What's this AT folder? What the heck is this? Maybe it didn't do it correctly. Let's try unstuffing it again. Where the heck is stuff it? Hot searching action. It installed stuff it with Netscape, didn't it? So there's probably 2 versions on my machine now. Perfect. Oh, it quit. Yeah, let's go to extensions here. Huh. Yeah, maybe that Classilla install wasn't good that I had on my website. Shame on me. They haven't seen this man's mouse. This is a very beautiful mouse. It needs to be cleaned, and it's seen some things, guys. It's seen some things. That's interesting because I have another one of these here. And what I always found interesting is the variations of the labels on the back. Let's just switch it up just for a second here. And just show you the variations of these labels, so you could see, like the text on the bottom, there's a slight variation of the label there. This is same model number. This was assembled in Taiwan. This one's assembled in Malaysia. Slightly different model numbers and labels on the back, but same mouse there. Do you have a G4 Cube? Yes, I do. I have 2. They're stock models, though, nothing too fancy. I love the trapezoid mouse as well. I don't have one right here in the moment. I do love my Logitech mouse that's shaped like a little mouse. That's a nice one. Okay, yeah, let's go back to our desktop here. This is much more exciting than looking at the back of my head. Yeah, so Classilla does not appreciate us here. So let's yeah. Let's download it from Macintosh Garden. I was going to do a video about the Cube. Everyone was doing one for its 20th anniversary, and they were very entertaining videos, but oh, I will visit you. Thank you, Abandon. That's very kind of you. Please put your name in the chat so I can thank you by not just your username, but that's very kind of you. I appreciate it. Every little bit helps. Thank you very much. Yo, eep. I almost forgot there. Eep. Oh boy. Let me take a screenshot of your website there so I will not forget. Your name is Sam. Well, thank you very much, Sam. It's been a pleasure. I haven't recognized you here before, so maybe it's your first live stream. But been a lot of fun. So I hope you have enjoyed yourself. Don't feel free. Don't feel obligated to stay up past your bedtime. But I know you're in a different time zone and everything. But all right. So we were trying to find Classilla here. Is there a section of browsers? No, I don't think there is. What's the best Mac OS 9 browser? What would you guys recommend? So Christian says Opera. We could try Opera. Says your site's insecure. Everyone's saying Classilla. Okay, maybe I should just stick with Classilla. I'm just seeing what's here. Oh, look at that. Your computer is insecure. Yes, it is. Yes, it is, Christian. This says for Mac OS 9, but maybe they just mean like the classic Mac OS. We could try it. We could try both. Why not try both? Why not? We're multitasking. We're multitasking. Yes, yes, yes. Ah, there we go. Alright, so let's see. Current releases. I shall, Christian, thank you. World's greatest browser from 8.5 to 9.2. I guess, well, there's current releases here. Oops. So that's 933. What's on the garden here? 933. Okay, that's fine. I'll just download this one then. Oh, I must have grabbed the source before. That's probably what I grabbed by mistake before. While that downloads, I will check. We'll check the message, Christian. Ooh. Oh, that's beautiful. Can I go to that website, Christian, publicly, or is that a hidden website you don't want me to publicize yet? Grow my hair out. Yeah, what's left of it. There is not a Mac84 Discord, but there is a MacYak Discord. That's a podcast I'm part of. Do you want me to show it on the stream, Christian, or is it not ready yet? You want me to not publicize it? 100% up to you. But I love it. Yeah, I do hang out in the MacYak Discord. Not too often though, but nobody but you can see the page. Okay, that would explain a lot. How do I get this picture onto that Mac? I don't have AirDrop. Oh, do I have Discord on this machine? I don't know if I do. I do. That's what I can do. I always make things too complicated here. Yeah, so Jay just pasted in a link for the MacYak Discord. We do try and ask that you be 16 years of age or older. That is a rule. So apologies if you are not, but that's just one of the rules of the chat. Due to the nature of some of the off-topic things we get into, we can't really have kids playing around on there. So just letting you know that. Discord is still spinning around there. I have a MacBook. I have a 2008 MacBook. I'm trying to fix up a 2011 one that has some damage. I got two 2011s that kind of work. And if I combine them, I can get a working one. But I don't really have a working one. But all my machines don't support AirDrop natively. I did get a Wi-Fi card for my 2012 Mac Pro and a Bluetooth card to try and fix that. I will be doing a video on that. I just haven't had the chance to get around to installing it yet. I'll do infrared transfer over Apple Talk. That's what I'll do. Okay, so let me grab this image that that Christian has sent me. My machine's sort of being bogged down here by all the things I'm opening. Oh, that's a beautiful site. So let me switch gears and just share this image that Christian shared to me because it's really cool. Let me see if I could do that here. Let's say let's just do a window capture here, and look at that. Let's share this. So this is what Christian shared to me. This is, I guess, what he's working on is a version of Macintosh Garden, one of the best websites out there for vintage Mac stuff, especially if you want any games or software or anything. This is a version of Macintosh Garden that is optimized for classic Macintoshes, which is amazing, because their existing site does work to a degree, but it's not anything that would prevent you from downloading things. I'm downloading things now, but this version will make it friendly with Netscape 3.04. That's pretty awesome, man. I look forward to you launching that. If you need any test users, you know who to ask. That's very cool, sir. But yeah, anybody go to macintoshgarden.org. That's a fantastic website. Fantastic. All right, so we downloaded Classilla here, I believe. It still exported this AT thing. What is this? Navigator region? Am I just downloading the wrong one and going insane here? Because, like, I'm a little confused. This AT folder. I must be doing something wrong. Yeah, this seems like it's the source, I guess. I could let's try Opera. Your Stuffit is doing stuff wrong. Well, let's get ourselves a new version to Stuffit then. That I know I have. Yeah. In fact, hold on. Where's my CDs? Hold on a second. We have an actual CD-ROM of Stuffit Deluxe 6, but it requires macOS 8.6 or later, which is going to probably screw this up. So let me just download. I think I have one on here. One second. Downloads. Let's see. Miscellaneous. Drop stuff. Drop Stuffit. I used to have a compress folder. Where'd that go? There you go. Compress. Oh, that's not what I was looking for. I used to have like a bundle. It was both of them in the same thing. Huh. Yeah, I used to have like 5.5 here. I'm the #1 tester. Thank you, Christian. Yeah. Did this drop stuff just include? Yeah, I think that's just drop stuff. Yeah, something screwy with this. I swear I had one here. Hold on, let me check. It's under miscellaneous. I had something here. Let's see. I swear I did, unless it's just on my network locally here, which would explain it. What music app do you use? You mean like modern machines? I usually just use iTunes, or I have a network storage device which has a web browser music interface. Yeah, let's just go to Macintosh Garden and get a good version of Stuff It there. Yeah. I should really click Don't Show again, but iTunes for life. Alright, let's see. Which version do I want here? Toast CD image. Alright. We'll open with Zip It. What the hell? Oh boy. Let's see if this will crash the system. Save? It's a zip file. Okay. Let's try and download the IMG. Whoa! Nope. Netscape didn't like that. Oh, okay. I will still check it out. Don't worry, Ben. Don't worry, Sam. It wouldn't hurt to download Mac Zip anyway, huh? And then I need that virtual CD mounter. This is a great utility. It just mounts ISOs and toast files. This virtual CD DVD-ROM utility. There are a few different versions. I forget which one. This one should be okay. Alright, let's see. Holy crap, we got a bunch of stuff on our desktop here. I really do think that version of Stuff It is pretty much broken. I don't think it's unstuffing anything here. No, wait. Where the heck is the darn folder? Oh, that's right. When I installed Netscape, it probably moved the darn thing. Yeah, that's why. That's probably why something got screwed up here anyway. Let's, what do we need here? Okay. Did it actually do anything? No, it didn't. Ah. Oh, boy. What the heck? Hey, where'd the other downloads go? Did they go to the trash here? What's going on here? What's going on here? This is very confusing. I have two files. 280K. That doesn't sound like it. This is really frustrating because, yeah, you know what? Let's, I have an idea. Ah, nothing's turned on. 1 second. Let me remote connect into my Mac Mini and wake up the other Mac Minis. Ooh, we're using the mini stack here. Hold on. We're getting somewhere. Let me just do something really quick. I think I got a way out of this. Let's see. Sorry, 1 second, folks. There we go. Let's wake up that little Mac Mini. The mini stack. What year did macOS 8.5 come out? I believe it was 1998. I'm just checking. Yeah, 1998. Okay, so let's, now that we woke up our little mini stack here, we should be able... Yep, there we go. We see it in Apple Share here. We're connected to our little Mac Mini. Hopefully it responds. You can do it. Come on. Sometimes I have to type in the IP address manually. Yes, it is only 8.5. I want to put 8.6 on it, but this is the first time I've really booted the machine up for more than 10 minutes. So yes, we are living in the wild side here. Yep, that's exactly what I expected. But watch this magic. If I type in the IP address here, well, I have to find the IP address on my other Mac here. Hold on 1 second. Go back to our screen sharing here on the new Mac, and let's actually keep that in the dock because we're always using that anyway. And go back to that Mac Mini. Hold on. 147. All right. And it works. See? So that way it works, but not via the chooser, which is interesting. But all right. So old Apple, we got Photoshop. What's this? Oh, that's the tablet driver. Yeah, so that was when I was playing around with this before. Documents. Stuff it's standard. That might be too new for it, to be honest. This we could use if we had the right... Oh, you know what? Let's see. Let's break some things here. Ooh, a lot of comments. Sorry. Let's see. Yeah, Tiger works pretty good on networking. You can't go back to big streams. Well, you know what? Right now, it's okay with keeping up on the comments here. And I try to be as applicable as I can. I try to be as nice as I can to read the comments. A lot of streamers don't even read the comments unless you do a super chat. I'm not about that. If you guys are asking me a question, I do my best to answer. There's a scrolling list here, and I'm doing other stuff, but I always try and be kind. And that's not the first comment where someone was like, "Hey, you're awesome. You interact with your people," which is nice because I'd like to, you know, when I'm watching a stream myself and I put something in the chat, it's cool when somebody, you know, responds to me. So I'd like to return the favor. So yeah, it's just, we're all a big family here. Remember all those print shops of Jaguar and Panther that always bombed when you try to do anything? Yes, I do. All right, so we got stuff it. Got a lot of stuff it's here. I thought I had like a stuff it version 5. Jeez. Well, So let me do something here. Let me search for on the Mac Mini here, because I think there's a Stuff It. Yeah, there's Stuff It Deluxe 5. Let me just drag this over from one Mac Mini to the next, and then we'll get this sorted here. Okay, here we go. So let's grab this. Let's go to this machine here. Let's do this. Let's open up that old Apple folder. Let's drag in the Stuff It installer. And we have an updater. And this should work now for us. Okay, so let's go to old Apple. Installing over the network here. We're really pushing it. Oh, the serial number. Are you kidding me? Why nobody tells Stuff It? The spacebar doesn't work on this machine. That's right. All right, this won't do. Why does? There we go. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it right. Oh, come on. There we go. Let's put it in our applications folder. Why not? Eep. All right. Sorry. Let's catch up here. Games are fun. I really wish I had more time for them as well. The last game I played on the Nintendo Switch was The Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening. I had the Game Boy Color version of that, which I loved. I just never beat it because I couldn't figure out the puzzles, and I was able to complete the remake of it, which was a beautifully done game. Beautiful, beautiful. And I had a lot of fun doing that. Yes, I always do Apple Computer Inc. What's that? I remember the first keynote that they changed Apple Computer Inc. to Apple, and I was like, what? I have Breath of the Wild for the Wii U, and I probably played it all for 10 minutes. I should probably get it for the Switch, but I don't like double dipping because it's still like $50. I'm not going to have time to play it anyway. Rebooting again. Oh, I should have copied something. Whatever. Bong. I'm going to have a cookie. Would you like a cookie? This is where Steve gets loopy and feeds the camera. Who are we kidding? I'm already loopy. It's almost 4 a.m. I'm surprised y'all are still awake. I should be asleep right now. I really should be. Ha! Okay, Christian, you got me beat. We all should, yes. In fact, we're coming up on 3 hours here. We do have 12 people watching. I think it's kind of pushing it. Let's play around a little bit more. And we might have to call it a night because I have to get up tomorrow. Hopefully before noon. Oh, yes. I found, oh, okay. The JDW, you would appreciate this. I put it on my Instagram a while back. Let me see if I can find it. So I got an old Macintosh LC, and on it was a screenshot of a Guy Kawasaki post on a message board. and I tweeted at him, and he liked it. I think. Let me see if I could find it. I don't send out too many tweets. Let me see if I could find that reply I sent to him. Hello, Trina. Welcome to the party. Let's see if I could find it here. I send out too many tweets. This is a while back. I'll have to look for it. No. Let me see if I can find it on my Instagram easier. So what date was this? This was August 19th is around when I did that tweet. So let me try and find an image on my phone from August 2019. We'll narrow this down. So that narrows it down to 1,500 photos on my phone. Let's see. Well, that was August 2019 is when Mike Stanhope of Mac84 visited me. That was a lot of fun. Let's see if I could find this picture, because it's really cool. I want to share it. Yes, here it is. All right, I'm gonna put this. I'm gonna message it to myself so I can show it on the screen. 'Cause this is cool, guys. You're gonna like this. So somebody saved this text file on their Mac, this old LC computer, and so I took a screenshot of it and I tweeted it to Guy Kawasaki, and I think he liked it. So don't ask Steve for Oreos. I fell asleep during Bruce's recap vid and then woke up sick, never eating at Red Lobster again. Okay, so let's see if I could get this image that I just texted myself. Where's my cursor? I'm using the mouse for the wrong machine. That would explain why it no worky. Let's try and do this again. So open up that. There we go. Waiting for iMessage to do its dance. Using the wrong keyboard. Where is the message I sent to myself? Why isn't it showing up here? No, that's not the... Come on! Still sending the message phone? What are you doing? What you doing? There it goes. Alright. Let's save this. Because I got to show you this. JDW, Jay, everyone I think will appreciate this. That's the wrong image. I don't know what I'm still doing awake. That's not a good question to ask. I don't know. Okay, here we go. So let's capture this window here. Oh, this is cool, guys. So there we go. Let me just scale this so we can see it correctly. All right, take a look at this. So this is a screenshot of a monitor, but this was the computer I was on. And so this was, I guess, on a developer portal or a news BBS or one of these, message board type things. And read this message. Subject, calling all Mac evangelists. And this is from Guy Kawasaki. So this person thought this was important enough to save it. Want to help people and buy the right platform and defeat the look at the way this is written. This is freaking amazing. If you join this list, so I guess it was to sign up for this developer list or whatever, you'll get sporadic but interesting postings such as press releases, announcements, special offers to help the Macintosh cause. This is it's a listserv. Okay, this is a one-to-many listserv, so your mail won't be cluttered. Subscribe. Please send an email to macway-requests.abs.apple.com. Their server will respond with information about subscribing. Unfortunately, I don't think that server is online anymore. But this is really cool. Don't you guys agree? From October 20th, 1995. I always love when things have a date, so you could actually see when they came out from. That's pretty neat. I think that's pretty cool. Hope you guys appreciated that. It took me a while to find the darn thing. Oh boy, yeah, it's always fun finding little treasures like that. All right, so we have stuff it on here now. Let's do what we were trying to do. So Stuff It Deluxe here. Let's open. That's what we were trying to do. Open Classilla. That's what we're trying to do. Let's take you back out of here. And let's go here. Let's open you. And let's put that on the desktop. That looks a little bit better now, doesn't it? You dread the moment where the stream stops. Well, I got news for you, Sam. There's like at least 48 hours of my streams archived on YouTube. Have at it, buddy. Yes, we'll try Opera 2. Why not? and I do have a lot of scripted videos. If you want to watch those too. I'm particularly proud of the iMac video I did. So if you search my channel, just search for iMac. That's a good one. What is the system you're using, Steve? It's a blue and white G3 machine, a 300 megahertz model, and it's a nice one. You're running System 8.5. Oh, and Jay had to sign off. I see that. I missed that. Thank you, Jay. Even though you're not here anymore, thank you. And my iPhone is getting all wonky here. Okay, so awesome. Glad you saw the iMac video. Scripted, quite the actor, yes. In other words, my non-live videos that don't go on for 8 hours. I compress 10 hours into 20 minutes. Really, that's what I do with the iMac video. All right, so Classilla's here. Where did our download of Opera go? Well, either way, we'll download it again. I think this is a macOS 9 only version, maybe. I don't know. Maybe I'm just pulling that out of my butt. It should work. Let me free up some space here. Let's try Opera. Yes, yes, yes. Do not show again. No, we're not doing any of that. That's what the Patreon's for. No, no, no. Oh, this is going to a bad place. There's a lot of things wrong with all of us. Hey, the camera had it coming. Yeah, this version of stuff is actually working. That's good. Alright, so we got Opera here. Oh, that's so weird seeing this disk image icon, but it's like old. Wait, how do I have two? What the heck? Alright, whatever. Yes, there's a fan on the G3. It's probably blowing relatively close to the microphone. Hopefully moving that helped. Let's move this to the applications folder. Look at that OS 10 icon on System 8.5. That's not supposed to look like that. Well, it's just the way they did their application. It'll look like whatever they want to look like. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe that's why. I don't think this is. Yeah. This is. This is not. I don't think this is. This is the Mac OS 10 version of Opera, I believe. Maybe that's why there were two disk images. Let's try this again. Maybe. Yeah, maybe this Opera 5. Opera 5. Okay. Let's rename this. Let's trash it. I have to look down. Keep having to use Netscape here. I should download Netscape Communicator as well. I should also bookmark this thing. This desktop will always be awful. You should see the desktop on my 30-inch display upstairs. I can't even add a bookmark or whatever. Wamcom? Okay, I will search for that. The desktop was not... So this machine is not one of mine. It was just filled with the majority of this stuff. And I just booted it up just to play around with it. There we go. It helps when you download the right version. Okay, and let's look for that Wamcom. I keep making typos. Okay. Internet Suite. Okay. Okay, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I downloaded the wrong one. I don't know. Well, there's a lot of different versions here. I guess I'll grab the SIT file. Oh wait, no, I already expanded this. Wait, stop. Yeah. Yeah, I downloaded the English one. I swear I did. Yeah. Oh, that's right. I did. Discord, that's where I wanted to go. The manuals field. Thank you, Christian. I will check that out. We are unstuffing all the stuff. Well, it's taking its sweet time now, isn't it? Oh, boy. That's a good one, JGW. That's a good one. No, I wouldn't want to be standing for this. So the comment was, that's why they're called sit files. You don't want to do that standing. That's a good one. That's the kind of jokes I appreciate at 4 a.m. Somehow the clock lost an hour from our rebooting. I can't even remember what I was unstuffing, to be honest with you. It's been so long. It's been 84 years. What did it even unstuff? Where did it unstuff it to? Was it the Opera PowerPC installer? What did? Oh, here it is. Interface lib uptime cannot be found. Maybe this is for OS 9? I have no idea what the heck I'm doing here. Maybe 8.6 would like this a lot better. That's going to be my guess. I'm getting some weird errors here. It's a little frustrating here. Did we install Opera? Or did we just download the application here? Here's Opera 6. That's going to go in the trash. I'm not installing OS 9 tonight. If I wasn't going to update to 8.6, I wasn't going to install OS 9. Alright, here we go. The fastest browser on Earth! Yes, we know you failed to connect to server. Oh, doesn't like the Google Analytics string I have there. But everything else seems okay. Let's see how the garden loads. Yes, I loved 8.6. I just don't feel like installing it right now. I have to find my CD and everything. Well, look at that. Looks a bit better. Computerswithpride.ca. Well, let me preview that first before I just shove it on the stream here. I don't trust that it's anything bad, but Pride in computer repair. Upgrade your computer, family-based repair services. Yeah, sure. Let's try it. I just wanted to check it. I'm not discriminating against other people's websites or anything. I just, you know, I was just going to Macintosh Garden because that's where I usually go. Nope. Oh, you're using Google Fonts and all this fancy stuff. Yeah, this ain't gonna work, buddy. I mean, we got the logo. Check out the site you linked. Could you just paste it again? Was it Wibbly or something? I'm not going to scroll all the way up. The scroll wheel on the mouse connected to the Mac Pro isn't the best. Wibbly or something .com. Doesn't seem to be loading. You're welcome. The message is getting filtered. I don't know. Maybe YouTube is being weird. I'm sorry. Why don't you just put some spaces between it, like, or dashes. I'll remove the dashes. Just type it with dashes or something. Not top. Oh, I must be on Top Chat. Yeah, sorry. Wibby.me. Okay. Okay, let's try it out. Hey, there we go. It renders beautifully, I must say. Yeah, even with the live chat, it doesn't show the URLs there, so I don't know why. Unfortunately, YouTube is weird like that. Let's search for Macintosh. Pretty cool. What the heck? Let's have a moment of vanity here. There you go. Nice. I come up on there, so I'm happy. I'm gonna have to bookmark this. Oh, how do I bookmark? Add bookmark. That's really neat. Cool. Let's use your search. Oh, jeez. I'm getting a little tired here, guys. Mac OS 9 lives. Using iWeb. Oh, we've been streaming for, alright, almost 3.5 hours here. Trina, is that a MacBook? I just maybe say the model name, not the model name, but the type of the computer. Might be able to easily figure that out than the model number. Sounds like a MacBook. Any of the MacBooks usually take the same charger. If it's the white plastic ones, you should be fine with the 45 watt charger. At least the 13-inch ones. Oh boy. Well, this looks like a lot of fun. MacBook White Unibody and MacBook Pro. As long as it fits, it should be fine. Now the MacBook Pro might take a 65 watt or an 85 watt. If you plug a 45 watt into the MacBook Pro, as long as it fits, because some of them have the MagSafe 2 adapter, and I forget when that started, to be honest with you. But as long as the adapter fits, even if you're at the lower wattage, the MacBook, maybe it won't charge the battery while you're using the machine as quickly, but it will work. I mean, take that with a grain of salt, you know, but theoretically speaking, you shouldn't run into really much any issues. JavaScripts are the future. Yes, Christian. Yeah, was there anything else I wanted to do? Let's see. I'm gonna try now. Okay, good luck. Yeah, so let me just click on I want to look at a setting here in OBS here. I guess that's the only setting it has. Yeah, yeah, we're probably gonna wrap it up in a minute because I'm getting really tired. It's past 4 a.m. here. I keep yawning, and I don't think any of the cookies in the world are gonna keep me up. I think your stream is no officially longer than Bruce's. Now officially longer than Bruce's. Yes. You should try images. Okay, let's see. How many? I'm using the wrong mouse here. I'm getting tired. This is recipe for disaster. Images.macintosh.garden. Oh, pick an image to upload. Or home.macintosh.garden. Ooh! Oh, Christian. Oh, I love your little 9600/G3 mini tower graphic there. I have to save this to my. I have to save that. That's a beautiful thing. Oh. Welcome to Macintosh Garden Hosting Projects. We are now running the final iteration of this project, and we dropped the web in web hosting since the service is more than that. For the end user, nothing has changed. Oh, okay. This is pretty neat. Free web hosting. 500 megabyte disk quota. Unmetered transfer. AFP. Oh, sweet. Oh, this is really cool. Apple File Protocol. Oh, this is cool. User directory. I wonder who Jay is. Oh, that's cool. I'm gonna have to save that image. Yoink. I'm gonna have to add myself here. Check the contact page. Well, Christian, I think I have to sign up then. I'll have to sign up. We'll need a Mac84 in that user directory here. You just tell me what I need to do. Very cool. I am bookmarking this. Oh, that's right. They changed the different bookmark thing on here. Oh boy. Oh boy. Let me move my cursor here. So yeah, I mean, this machine has been working pretty well. My desired username would be Mac84, capital M. We'll leave the TV stuff off. Just Mac84 is fine. If you please, Christian, that would be very cool. I'll be sure to host something neat on there. That's a really cool concept. I really like that. Install Flash Player 5. No, we're not going to do that. Thank you very much, Christian. That's very kind of you. And I will upload those that manual. It's a good thing for me to remember to do. Let's just see if there's anything else on here. Anything? Photoshop 2? What the heck? Why? Why have such an old version on here? Holy smokes. Rosetta Stone. Omni page. Okay. Oh yeah, it's a scanning software. I think this does some OCR stuff too. That's pretty neat. Well, guys, we've been streaming for 3 hours and 30 minutes here. It is 4:21 a.m. in the morning. I have to go get some sleep. I hope you have enjoyed this stream. I'm going to wind down here. If you guys have any questions to ask, there's plenty videos if you're new to the channel. I suggest checking out my scripted ones. If you go to my playlist, there's a main playlist. I would appreciate you checking that out first. The live streams like this could go on for hours. They get a bit winded here. But it's fun to do this. I don't know if I'm going to stream tomorrow, but maybe Sunday. I do have a lot of filming I want to do for some of my scripted videos, which I can't do when I'm doing a live stream. Also, it's very messy here. I have to sort of do something about that. But if you subscribe to me on YouTube, and especially if you hit that little notification bell, you'll get notifications. Also on Twitter, I send out a link whenever I usually go live. So if YouTube's notifications are a bit just go to Twitter. My username on Twitter is Mac84TV. In fact, let's see what Opera thinks of Twitter. I don't think it'll work. I'm so glad, JDW, that you enjoyed your stream. And I'm glad you were part of it. Thank you. I'll enjoy the soda money. Yes, thank you. That'll go to some flux or solder, I'm sure. Let's go to twitter.com/Mac84. It's probably going to yell at me because of the security. Yep, it's not surprising. But yeah, I'll see you guys around, and I look forward to playing around with Christian's web hosting there. That'll be fun. But yeah, I guess that's about it. So thank you to all my Patreon supporters. Thank you to all my subscribers, my followers on Twitter and Instagram. It's been a fun stream. I will try and sleep well, and I will just go to special and shut down, just like all streams should end. So it's been a fun night, everybody. The G4's hard drive has spun. G3's hard drive has spun down. You know it's late when I can't recognize computers, and we'll stream again soon. So take care, guys. Have a great weekend, and I hope to see you again soon. And I'll try, Christian. And take care. Thanks, guys.